Someone's killed the eggs,
Yeah.
as in the chocolate eggs.
There might be the ones I stood on yesterday.
Wouldn't that surprise me?
Right.
Someone's killed the eggs. Right, we're live.
Yeah. Yeah, you're live. I forgot to mute you. I'm just going to turn the heart off.
I can do that for me, Laura.
Oh, I was just about to do it.
Well, you can do it if you want, but
Save. All right, I'm going in 5, so I better finish getting ready.
change my icon again.
Done.
Jesus. Like, how am I doing this from the other room? Right. Let's get the dishwasher loaded and then I can make room for the skids. Oh, let's get the dishwasher.
Right, then we good. Listen to Uncle David. And please don't kill him. I want to come home to him alive.
You better not set up the spray bottle.
Don't worry, I've got some double-sided sticky tape. I'm going to stick them to the ceiling.
I didn't think I want to come back to them alive.
I think your sister will kill you.
I
Right, let me just close this.
don't trust that I'll come back to you alive.
You know the blue chairs?
No, I don't know where you are.
They're in the cupboard. Just grab me 2 of them. There is a reason. What that pink one was. Right, I need 2 of them chairs. Right. Today we're going to be making pineapple upside down cake. Kindergarten style. And Justin's going to be playing games. Cool. By the way, Justin, if you want to go live on your channel and use my Zoom, you can.
How the hell am I going to do that if you're already live?
No, because I mean, use Zoom as a tool for talking.
Oh, wow. I'm not going live. I'm just playing. I'm going to probably do a game live tonight after Paul's. Let's see what Tim and Rigger are doing.
But if you're going to do a live, I might stay up for an hour and join you. Not playing, obviously, but I do need to get some new games.
Yeah, I really like that Devour game that we got, that Rigger got us. It's actually pretty fun.
How much is that to buy?
I honestly have no idea.
David, it's
He just gifted it to me and Tim one day.
Is it not on?
It's on Steam, but I don't know how much it is. I haven't looked into
I need
it.
to see what games I can get through my EA pack.
That's what I know. You get Dead by Daylight.
2 chairs.
We do. He was going to see if you wanted to play the other night, but I told him I didn't think you had gotten a game yet.
You can go in. I'm generous like that.
I am probably going away. Just to pick up more ginger.
What the hell's Jaster 513? I have no idea who that is. Apparently I'm friends with him there.
Now, what the hell am I doing?
Dave, I'm gonna use your card to get more water. But use mine. Because
You know my jeans? Did we use that tenner?
No,
Did we
I
like
haven't
cat?
used it, and I don't like
Oh, well, now that it's going live, I'm not going to be part of this.
What's
No,
that?
what?
Now that it's being live streamed, I don't want to be part of this conversation.
it.
Actually, I will be back, but I got to go for a minute.
Okay.
And Donald's gone.
In my jeans, that tenner in it.
Yeah, but that's my motive.
No, you need to get the water. Is it definitely in my jeans?
I don't mind it.
Yeah,
Wait,
in the hallway.
they're not using mine.
God's sake. Yesterday, put the dishwasher on, turned the wash machine on, and both of them went off at the same time. I was like, the fucking hell's gone on here? Everything else was still switched on. Turned out I switched the socket off on the wall. That I didn't know actually powered them.
What are you looking for?
You've got David's jeans. You got them ones either. So they're mine. Gina.
I'll let them in, Laura.
Oh my God, it's Trevor.
Oh.
Justin, what made you change your mic to blue colour or green, whatever it is?
Every once in a while I change my colors.
Because
on my computer.
some knobhead in England got one and it's red. Isn't that right, Justin?
I know Justin's playing Fortnite because he likes playing Fortnite.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Don't repeat any words Justin says.
Why?
Because they're naughty words. Tell him off.
Laura, did you send Marco in? I think I did.
I've not sent any links out. I haven't got time to do that crap.
Oh, Jesus, God. You and your temper lately.
I didn't lose my temper.
Right, anyway. You got to take your frustrations out with him. Oh, that fuck did that just happen?
Right. Double check I've got my locker key.
This dude's just sitting in there dancing.
How are you, Trevor?
Fine, thanks. Hope everything's fine your side of the water. I see you've done some renovations.
Yes, it's okay on the side of the water at the moment.
Yeah, great. Your kitchen, I can't see the 3D printer in your kitchen.
Yeah, no.
And your lounge looks a little bit big for
For a
what
UK
the
lounge.
UK, yeah, for what the UK normally actually give you.
Yeah. It's interesting though, because if you look, I've got hills in the window.
Yeah,
Okay.
But actually, if you look out of a British window, you see there's another house.
yeah.
That's so.
Laura, you doing? Right. 3D printer is now switched on. Mixing bowl. Mix strawberry jam. Pineapple. Should be another tin somewhere. What's that? Baked beans. Anybody want a baked bean?
Justin. Yeah, Justin, I think you need to learn to drive.
A little bit.
Your driving skills are atrocious.
Got those.
You know what I'm going to do? Just for now. Spotlight Justin so we can see him playing his game. Hey, Tim. Hey, Chris.
What's up, Tim, Chris?
Either of you wants to join the panel? Links at the top. And all right.
Okay.
How come it doesn't allow me to make Trevor co-host?
Because you're not host.
Oh crap! Go on, make Trevor the co-host. Actually, make this one the host as well. Don't worry, Tim. Laura's going out in a minute.
So where's Laura going today?
Take her anger out of the gym
Oh,
after last night's anger. Wow.
yeah, so I'd hate to be the punching bag at the gym.
So I'm now the host in this room. Right, Tim. It's all safe to come on.
I'm still here.
No,
So I'm presuming your new gym is not that far away.
20 minutes away.
It's about half an hour walking, but I'm cheating.
She's warming up by catching the bus.
Cheating. Definitely cheating.
Save it down for nothing to do when I actually get there and change.
Laura,
Just
at this rate, you'll still be here when the gym's finished. Do me a favour.
What?
Move that tub so the kids can get in. Do it yourself. Take it with you now. Can you hear her cursing? Not taking it with me. Fuck it.
Right, pick on Matthew.
Yeah.
Be good.
Okay. Alright.
Pickle, please don't kill your uncle.
Why?
Why?
there's too much paperwork.
Don't you encourage him?
No. Shit. No. Fine. Now going.
Okay. Matthew, Rebecca,
Yeah.
you can come in here now. Bring your tabs.
Why?
You can use them in here.
Hold on.
Just pick one. Here you go. Let's move that.
But wait.
One. Well, I've only got one cake. Volume a bit. Got to remember, I don't want copyright strike. Yeah. Right, let's do this again. Surely. Might do the cake tomorrow. Go and get some extra cake stuff.
Okay.
Don't leave your chair over here then. You can go on your tab.
I want to. I like watching.
You like watching Justin, do you? You won't be able to see Justin in a minute because I'm about to open this print file. Let's see if we can sort out some prints.
Raiden Chandler.
Yeah, Laura's left now. She'll be in the chat in a minute, so be careful. I can't hear Justin. You muted Justin.
Nah,
No, I can hear you.
We normally hear you cursing when you're playing the game.
Well, that's what I was waiting for. I was like, why is it not cursing?
Yeah,
no, I got 11th out of like 50 people, so it's not too bad, I guess.
Map.
Mm.
Yep, Tim, that sounds about right. Right. Can any of you hear the music in the background?
I don't
No.
hear nothing.
Good.
I hear more gameplay than anything in my headphones. So.
Especially
I
those,
can't,
those
I
watching.
can't hear music, so there's no problems.
Just if, the little one's playing on a tab. And I've noticed the volume keeps creeping up.
Hey.
Downloads.
It'd be interesting to see if that would be possible in real life.
What, to grab on a glider like that?
Yeah.
That'd be badass.
Yeah, I think it'd be possible, but keeping hold of it might be a problem.
Yeah. Got to remember the amount of force of air that would be, that you'd be holding against would just be ridiculously strong. I know some years ago I actually used to drop SAR supplies or search and rescue supplies from aircraft, and the amount of force that we had to do to physically get it to go to get the object to actually leave the aircraft because of the force of the wind blowing down the side. Yeah, it's not that one would say it'd be very, very hard to hold on to someone that was on the outside of the aircraft. And contrary to popular belief, it's very hard to get. It's very hard to get something pushed outside of the aircraft. Just falling out of the aircraft would probably be a little bit harder. Um,
There we go. Yeah.
I've never done that before. It's fucking just
Welcome back, Donald.
so what's Donald up to this time?
Oh, you can't hear me.
Working on the final stages of his Doom buggy.
Today's project, I went ahead, I anchored down the dash hood in the last spots. I put the steering wheel back in. I'm getting ready to reconnect the steering wheel back by the steering box.
Where you going?
And if I have time, put the windshield back on.
Chocolate. Is it in the bedroom? Yeah. Get Matthews.
I don't want mine.
Well, at least it's good to see. You're actually putting a steering wheel back in this one. Be a little bit hard to drive without a steering wheel.
But no, wouldn't it be great if you could just change it to an Xbox control?
Be good.
It might improve some people's driving skills.
Well, we had a case over here. The police pulled car over because he was a little bit all over the road, etc. And it wasn't until they actually got in, walked up to the car and actually noticed that he had a adjustable spanner where the steering wheel would normally be, and he was actually driving it by using that.
Oh dear. That's why the song was came about coming from a down under.
But it does make you wonder what people will get up to.
Yeah.
Apparently, his wife had stolen the steering wheel to stop him driving the car, which just happened to be unregistered as well. And so rather than him go and get more fines, she thought she'd steal the steering wheel to stop him driving the car. Unfortunately, he came up with another idea and came up with the adjustable spanner. So when police ended up doing him for having a defectable motor vehicle, for not having a steering wheel, they also did him for the unregistered vehicle and that he was actually driving. So, but yeah,
It'd been more logical if he'd just drilled a hole through a piece of wood and bolted that to where the steering wheel should be.
yeah,
He drove that.
probably wanted to go somewhere in a hurry, and the first thing that came to mind was, well, with adjustable spanner, I can still steer it.
You can.
Oh shit.
We're not in a chat at the moment. Mm. Yes, Chris, it's a very, very nice house. Okay, Laura's left.
Very, very, very fine house.
Check that one in. Need that. Sounds of Silence live on YouTube. Yep.
About to switch.
Nobody reading
What do you
chat.
mean, Tim? We're not reading the chat.
But you feel free to join the panel now. Laura, you're safe. Laura's not here.
Yeah.
We're now in a safe free zone. Aren't we?
What?
We're in a safe free zone.
You forgot something.
What?
The spray.
Over there. And you're not spraying a spray bottle of water in here.
So the steering wheel only have the horn come through to it, or no wiring at all, Don?
Oh no, there's no wiring through here. You can. Originally the wiring did go down through the steering column, but in this case, I just had the horn button over to the side.
Right.
I was thinking it wouldn't be. I got too much play in it. I'd have to figure out a solution, but it might be going down through the steering column. But that opens up a can of worms and becomes a pain in the butt. So.
I'm not sure if anybody can hear me on this mic.
So I won't do that. Oh, are those quarter 20? If those are quarter 20, I'm gonna be so happy. Let me double check here.
Pop out the chat.
So, what are you looking at printing today, David?
The kids want to print out some flowers and put the family names on them, on each flower.
Uh huh.
Hey, Jody. But at the moment, I haven't found any suitable.
Order 20 of those. That was too long. I could grind it off, I suppose. How much band do I have back there?
So, Justin, can you change the light color of your microphone just by clicking a button, or
No, you have to use the built-in software
right?
or the software you have to download for it.
It'd be nice to actually have it so that it goes red when you're muted and green when you're not.
Yeah, it doesn't get that. The software is actually very limited. They had added a couple things to it, but
It's very fucking limited. What are you talking about?
it's not the right one. Here we go. Some of this fucking phone up.
One thing about taking this thing apart and putting it back together so many times, when you're taking it apart, if you have a chance to put it back together better than you found it, do it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Can I see in the bed?
Now, are you a good mechanic, Donald? If you take something apart and actually when you put it back together again and you've still got spare parts, that you actually
No.
go and look to find out where they go.
I have done that.
Good.
I can usually monkey things together and figure out, but somebody instead of a flat like a regular
Oh, probably upstairs.
Yeah,
bolt, they used the machined with a taper,
yeah.
which is not what you need for this spot here. So it doesn't actually screw in right. It kind of sticks out. It's proud because it won't go in flat and hold. So I do have another quarter 20 bolt there. It's a little bit long for what I need, but I'm going to get a Dremel and cut that off and
Oh, not like a good Dremel.
Yeah.
do it correctly.
I got it. Matter of fact, hold on. Switch my.
Now you want to. The one thing you want to do to test out a aircraft mechanic is add one little extra screw to his bits and pieces, and then watch him spend the hours literally trying to work out where it went.
That's evil.
Yeah, I know.
I know, he says with a giggle.
Yeah, I got a little battery Dremel just for little tiny things.
Yeah,
And then I have the big boy that plugs in.
Yep.
That's actually for bigger, heavy dutier jobs. Dremels aren't cheap neither. They're expensive little fuckers.
For
No,
what they are, they're a little bit on the expensive side.
Well, if you get the name brand on Dremel like this one is, they're
Yeah.
about $40-50. They're not
yeah,
cheap.
and the locking mechanism on mine has the spring in it busted.
Uh-huh.
So I take mine apart and replace the spring there. And it's kind of, it doesn't hold quite as well as it should, but it holds well enough. So it's gonna be one of those tools that I know how to use it. No one else gets to touch it, because if you touch it, you're gonna break it.
What's up, Rigger? Oh, Tim and Rigger, if you guys are free tonight, we can do another gaming live.
Paul did leave to go to the doctors earlier, Jody.
Need to pull the body off and hydro dip it. That's a lot of hydro dipping. He'd have to have a fun. He could do it in a swimming pool. It's the only way he's hydro dipping the whole body. Yeah, if Tim wants to jump on tonight, we can do one tonight. I actually like Devour. That was fun.
Isn't Tim got work tomorrow? Oh no, it's today.
No,
isn't it?
today's Friday, so he'll be off
Well,
tonight.
it's Friday for Tim, yeah. So no, he's fine.
Shit, what time will he know? Because he's not gonna be home before I go to bed.
Why not?
Because it's just his morning time now.
Yeah,
Won't be, yeah, we'll have to fuck, that's gonna be super late. I didn't think about that.
I presume Tim doesn't work on a Friday. Is it Friday our time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit is not easy, Ruger, for sure. Like if there was less goats or less animals you had to get, like if it was only like 5, it would be a little easier. The fucking trying to gather up 10 of them bitches.
But if they make it too easy, you'll lose interest very quickly.
Well, I mean that's true too, but it's um it'd be a little easier if they kind of made it easier at the beginning and you can work your way up. That's the problem, is like you just jumping right into the hard shit. Well, I mean, it's not a hard game, it's just a lot of strategy. Because you got to collect all these animals and you're trying to avoid this damn ghost at the same time.
Uh-huh.
And I think I've only played 2 of the maps too. I haven't even seen half of them. Tim, go home sick today. Run down to the corner store somewhere near your job site. Grab a can of like the beefiest looking stew you can find in a can and just barf it up on the side of the road. Tell them you got to go home.
Yeah, don't worry, you need the money, Tim. That's not my problem.
Now, Rigger, can we go into a match tonight and play with other people? Like a public match together? Since Tim's not going to be around. Don't worry, Tim. Rigger said he'll pick up that tab for you. He'll pay your rent this week.
We get back to all our normal time zones here in Australia this weekend. So Brisbane will be back, or Queensland will be back in sync with everyone else. And they'll be technically 30 minutes in front of me.
Mhm.
At the moment, they're behind us because they didn't change for daylight savings.
You don't want to see what they're saying in the chat, Justin.
Will your landlord accept maple syrup? He said lots of maple syrup.
Hmm.
Now, the landlords over here would are very fussy about what they accept.
Shit, I'm jealous of Tim's rent prices. Shit, for even a two, if I was to even be able to find a 2-bedroom, because it's not very common over here unless it's an apartment. Dude, I'd still pay probably $500 or $600 more a month than Tim would.
Yeah,
Fucking 3-bedroom will run you $1,800 easy.
but you've also got to look at the fact of the
Tim, run.
yeah, you've got to look at the fact that our currency is compared with your currency is means that he's probably paying about the same as what your market values over there are.
No,
including
if I did the adjustment for what Tim pays a month, that would only be like 800 a month for me. That's cheap.
You have to speak
Yeah.
up. One
That's
ear.
super cheap.
On that.
Like I said, a 2-bedroom apartment here, an apartment like where you got to share fucking levels with people.
Just trying to find file.
That shit will run you $1,500-$1,600.
What microphone's there?
Say hi.
Just shout. She'll be able to hear you.
I hate apartments, man.
Laura, say hi to the kids.
Hello, Kitty Winkles.
See?
Hello.
And Laura, you should be jogging. They can't
No.
get the blood moving.
I'm doing a fast walk.
Fast walk, right? Okay, I'll accept that.
Exactly,
I've got
Tim.
to do a bit of a fast walk.
You pay $300 a week, which is $1,200, which would be about what, 900 US roughly, something like that. 9 something. That's still cheap for me though in Florida.
Yeah,
But like I said, finding a 2-bedroom actual house would probably be impossible. Those don't really exist. It's always 3 or 4-bedroom. Unless you move into a trailer park into like a single wide or something, it'd have to be like a small trailer.
You got to remember though, no one's ever seen the full outside of Tim's, have they?
I have. We've looked it up on Google Earth before.
Yeah, as
You
I
can't
say,
s-
I've stalked his house on Google Maps.
Plus, there's a few videos Tim's done with his drone around the outside of his house I've seen.
Just want to say, Tim, you can see who the stalkers are.
yeah, it's quite, but it's quite easy to identify a house. If you know the basic area, you can actually ask Google to match pictures. So lots of little tricks you can actually pull to work out where a place is.
Well, over here, housing plans are all public records, so you can actually look up a floor plan of anybody's house. Granted, it might not be the same as what the city has because they may have changed something inside, but because you don't have to get permits to do too much work on the inside of your house. It's usually the outside where you have to get permits.
If you start taking walls down, you got to get permits, but
And then over here, people don't always get permits when they're supposed to, neither. especially if it's an inside of their house.
Yeah.
It's like nobody's ever gonna see it unless they
Yeah, I've
sell
seen
it.
Big
So.
Bang Theory where you have the light issue.
But it depends
You
on
don't
where,
realise they haven't done the porch.
and it depends on what state you live in, what county, what city, like they're all different, so. About what they require you to do and all that. Some cities don't give a shit, some you have to have a damn permit for everything.
Yeah, permit for your builder to sneeze, and yeah, I know what it's like.
$1,071 Canadian, yeah, that's a good chunk. Yeah, so a 4-bedroom here rigger would cost you right around 2,200 a month.
Well, I guess Jordan and Jim Beauchart made it into Florida.
Yeah, I just saw his post.
You let him in.
Boy, the US Customs are really getting flack. I thought they'd have turned him back at the border after last time.
They have this thing too at the border in Canada. It's called Easy Through or some shit like that, and it's if you're a regular that crosses, it's like a kind of like a fast pass. You can get through real quick.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he has that, but he doesn't really go across the border. I don't think that much, but I was
Mm-mm.
watching one of those border shows where they're showing you like the border patrol and the customs checking people's cars and shit. They were talking about how up in the Canadian border they have that. It's like an easy pass. It gets through a lot quicker. But yeah, I remember back in the day going to Canada, you didn't even have to have a passport. You just showed your license. I think that's fucking stupid.
Yeah, a lot of
No one
borders have
likes
had,
viewing, Justin.
I think if you're bordering countries, why the fuck do you need a passport? Should just be able to show your ID and drive in.
I feel sorry for that little bit of an island that's sat in the that's been trapped off by the water.
Oh yeah, the one in Canada. Well, it's technically US territory, but it's in Canada pretty much.
Yeah,
The only way you can get to is by boat.
yeah. When
Uh,
they had lockdown, the only way you could get to it was by boat.
That's the only way you can get to it at all. Like there is no roads actually going to it.
I thought if you go through Canada, you could get to it via road.
No, it's literally cut off from that. It's just weird the way they drew the border. It's kind of stupid. Like honestly, Canada probably should have had that piece of property. Makes more sense. No, the whole controversy with that thing, it was just during the lockdown, it was hard for them to get supplies to that island. People were having issues getting stuff. But the kids actually have to cross the water, I think, just to go to school every day. Because the school's on the mainland. They have to get on the boats and go across there.
yeah, that was one of the things during COVID. Some of our state borders actually go through middles of towns, and you were having walls, barriers put up between going through the centre part of town, and kids weren't able to go to school because the school's on the wrong side of the barrier. Yeah, there was a lot of stupidness that came out. Because the town's actually right smack on the border, rather than go ahead and say, well, we'll classify the whole town as being in a particular area, they decided to run the barriers right through the centre part of town.
Yeah.
Very somewhat insane.
Rigger said you can only get to him by boat where he lives at.
Right,
I wonder if is that why
David,
it's
I've
so?
just been to the gym, so I'm going to drop off.
All right, catch you in a bit.
All right, bye.
Bye.
To be honest, Rigger, is that why it's so expensive to live where you live at in that particular part of Canada? Because usually over here in the US, if you're living on an island or something, you're paying big fucking money to live there. If it's like a little island right off the coast or something, usually that's where like multi-million-dollar homes and shit are at. And people that work there usually have to ferry in every day just to go to work. You know, like working at McDonald's and places like that.
Yeah, we've got an island just off of our coast that the guy owns, and he actually whinges and complains because they won't build a bridge onto the island for him. He owns this $200 million island, and yet he whinges and complains because he's got to take a boat to get to his island.
So tell him to build his own fucking bridge. If
Exactly.
he can afford to
Yeah.
buy a $200 million island.
That's exactly what
Jesus
I was
Christ.
thinking though, this thing.
And then it's a case of if you can afford a $200 million island, you're choosing to live there. So you're gonna have to
Yeah.
deal with that. That's fucking ridiculous. It's so stupid. Why should your taxpayers have to pay for a fucking thing just for him to drive across once or twice a day?
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand if it was a whole community of people living there, like it was a little, little town or city, and they just wanted to get connected to the mainland. That would make sense, but not just for somebody to have their own private island.
Yeah, well, he's got his private island. It's got one house on it. Everything to and from the island is actually got to go from by boat, and the point is, he's actually the
back first.
the stretch of water between our town, Port Lincoln, and the actual island, Boston Island, is only about 2 nautical miles, and it's all in close water. So you can't say you get you'd get choppy conditions where you can't actually get a boat in or out. Probably one of the easiest spots to get in and out of water wise. But yeah, he wanted the
But you're
government
saying-
to build this bridge.
You're saying it's 2 miles from the coast to his island?
Yep.
Yeah, even for a billionaire, that's a lot of money to spend on a bridge. You're
Yep.
talking probably over $1 billion just to build the bridge to it,
I've done that. Nothing's coming up yet.
or at least a few $100 million. That'd be a lot of money.
Yeah, that
Like, yeah, that's stupid. I don't see why. If your government paid to have that done, I'd be pissed as a citizen.
Yeah.
I would be too. And that's why he hasn't got anywhere with getting it built.
See all? Help yourself. Yeah.
We were locked in by the Rockies. This pics I posted yesterday on Facebook. Literally 100 meters directly in front door. Okay. I haven't been on Facebook, Rigger, so I didn't see those pictures. I don't go on there very often. I use Facebook more I actually use Messenger more than I do actual Facebook.
Yeah, there's not much on Facebook anymore. Loads of bullshit.
Well, I just use I mean, I've had my Facebook for years, so I keep it. I don't really post a lot of stuff to it besides just my live streams. But I mainly use Messenger just to keep in touch with people.
Yeah, when I sent out the links earlier, I got a warning about posting the same message.
Plus, it's free to It's free international calling if you want to call somebody in another country.
It is.
You know, if I wanted to call Rigger or Tim, I could literally do a 3-way call for free for hours and not pay a damn dime for it.
Yeah, the only downside is they're you need to sort their internet out over there.
But my mobile phone plan, which is only a cheapie, that actually gives me free international calling. So I can make a normal everyday phone call to the States or the UK. There's a few countries that are disallowed because obviously
Political
there's
reasons.
political reasons. But yeah, I've got free international calling. I'd prefer rather than that. I'd prefer a better data plan. But um, I think that's going to come in time.
It's going to be one of those things where international calling eventually will just be a free thing you can do on any. I was like, a lot of the phone plans over here will cover Canada, Mexico, but usually if you want anything more in depth than that, you got to pay extra. But
Yeah.
like I said, why pay extra when there's so many applications you can use for free where you can make the free calls? You know, there's no point in paying extra if you don't need to. Like
Well,
when
when
we
you
used to get all these people from Mexico coming into Walmart buying out all the phone cards, and I would tell them, I'm like, dude, just get Facebook Messenger on a smartphone. You can call your family every day for free. I'm like, why are you wasting money on all these fucking phone cards? It makes no sense.
Yeah, well, I over here most of our phone lines, our home phone lines now are voice over IP. So literally to put a call through now, it's just using data. No longer is it a case that you've got only the physical switching. It's only the switching at the IP address server or the IP server. So yeah, um, it's become very, very cheap to make phone calls.
Yeah,
Um,
same over here. You don't have house phones anymore. They just plug right into your router.
Yes,
Yeah.
they started
That's
doing
it.
that, yeah, but they still charge you for the fucking calls. Probably.
yeah,
Oh yeah, they
but
do over here too. They'll add it onto your cable plan or your internet plan, and they'll want to charge you an extra $10 or $15 a month for it.
yeah, they actually charge us for the phone number. They don't actually charge us for our calls. Um, which it is a good thing. I remember many years ago where if you wanted to speak to your boss over in Adelaide, it was a short, chip and sharp, very short phone call. You didn't want to because it used to cost a fortune to actually make a what was classified as a long distance call. Um, but and getting a bill of $200 to $300 a month for telephone calls was not uncommon at the time. But now we can make those calls and they're absolutely free. All they do is they pay for it's all paid for in the service you take.
Oh, what I liked back in the day was my dad had a 1-800 number for his business, and it was always forwarded to his cell phone. So I could go to any payphone or anything and didn't have to put any money in. I'd just dial the 800 number and go right to his cell phone. I could call him. So I didn't have to spend any money at the payphones or anything.
Well, the
It made it real
payphones
easy.
the payphones that we've got left here, and I have to admit there's not as many payphones around. There is a few, but they're all now free call to any Australian telephone number. You can't dial some of the specialty numbers, but yeah, you get free calling. So gone are the days that that Telstra's worked to the bases. Telstra being one of our major carriers, they've worked to the basis that the payphone outlets also are Telstra Wi-Fi hotspots, and so they're running the data to the telephone box anyway. So they decided to go ahead and make the calls free.
I haven't seen a fucking payphone in years. I've seen a couple payphone booths where the phones were stripped out, but I haven't seen an actual payphone in years.
Yes, well, we had a guy working for us that seemed to be like Superman, and the day they started removing all the telephone boxes around the place, we made the comment that he's going to have to find something better than a telephone box to get changed in now. But
did you not know Superman's kept up with the times now? What he does when he gets to when he needs to change, he goes into like a portaloo on a building.
yeah,
Now
there's
you're
a fair
not
few.
tipped over.
I know there's payphones that still exist because there are some people like mom and pop businesses that have like used it as kind of like a little tourist trappy thing, you know. They'll set up an old school phone booth outside the business and they'll have it hooked up and everything.
Yeah,
And it's kind of to draw people in, oh, a phone booth, you know, nostalgia. And they'll go up and they'll put money in it and call somebody and play around with it. They'll make some money.
well, in this town, I think we went from having about 30 odd telephone boxes. You didn't have to travel far to get to a telephone box. Now we're back to around about 10. In front of the post office, which is a major point in the centre part of town, they used to have 15 telephone boxes back 20, 25 years ago. Now they've only got one. But it does make it good when you actually run out of power on your mobile phone to be able to go ahead and make a phone call. So you're not absolutely stuffed. But they've done the wrong thing in a few areas. There's a few small little country towns where mobile phone signal doesn't work, and they actually reefed the telephone box out. So gone is the ability to actually phone up from a phone up and say your car's not working properly or whatever. Be able to arrange to get somebody out to fix it up. But yeah, the old telephone box, they're a dying device.
Yeah, there was one random ass phone booth. Don't know who ran it or why it was there, but it was in the middle of the fucking desert. I'm talking in the middle of nowhere.
I saw that video.
And people used to go to it, but now they've removed it. It was a huge tourist thing.
Hmm.
And then whatever company was running it or had it hooked up, they just randomly decided to go out there and take it out. I was like, I don't know why you wouldn't leave it there. People were actually going out there and using it and shit just to do it.
Well, they had a telephone box out near where the two truck collision was last night up on the Air Highway. It's right out in the middle of nowhere, and they've gone ahead and they've replaced the telephone box with a special reflector. And if you're standing within a meter of this reflector, you can actually get mobile phone signal. It actually beams the signal. And it does quite work quite well. But the minute you actually move away from the front of this dish-like thing, you totally lose all cell phone coverage. But yeah, they've set these up in a few places to make it possible to make phone calls, but they're about every 50 kilometres on the air highway to make sure that if an accident happens, that they can go ahead and get help sent out there, because we don't have there's very, very long distances between some of the towns out there. You're looking at something like 100 kilometres, which would be about 50 miles apart. Some of the towns, and none of them have telephone boxes, and some of the towns are near enough to ghost towns. So if there's not somebody staying there, you've got no chance of getting somebody to get help. So one of the problems that they actually had yesterday with the two truck collision was actually getting somebody with a mobile phone to actually stand near that beam thing for long enough so that they could actually have the ambulance service could phone them back to find out about injuries and things like that. So yeah, the minute you move away from it, you totally lose signal. But that was quite a spectacular one. Three trucks involved, two straight head on, and the truck behind one of the trucks actually went straight up the rear.
That's like some of our western states. But we just say if you don't make it through the state, you're kind of deserve to die.
Yeah, they said years ago that the further you go west from Ceduna, which is fairly well the last big populated spot, going west towards the border, the further west you go, the chances of you surviving a vehicle accident decrease quite considerably, because there's just nothing out there in the way of emergency services. They've all got to come from Ceduna, and the one last night was 400-kilometre trip. So,
Dang.
It's not something you can get out there quickly.
Yeah, all right.
Looking good.
Woohoo! I have a steering wheel.
You have a steering wheel. But does it turn the wheels?
Yes, I just showed that.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
I did a wide shot like that.
Yes. Excellent.
Well, he'll know if it's hooked up right or not when he goes down the road.
I'm
morning, Paul.
tightening down everything right now.
Hey, Paul.
Hey,
We
good
might be able
afternoon,
to take that-
everybody, and good evening in
What's up,
some
Paul?
parts of the world.
You might be able to take that thing out tomorrow for a test drive, or today.
No, not today. I still need to get under and wire everything back up. Seats need to go in it.
Okay.
Go on. I'm gonna put the windshield on, I think, today.
You're almost done. No, you ain't got that much left.
Yeah, it's close.
Yeah.
In fact, if my son's up, I'm going to have him help me put the windshield in place. Actually, before that, I'm going to look and see if I have any
By the mountains.
I like better than what were being used. Maybe I'll go buy some.
Yeah, please, it was not chair.
Did you want to Matthew?
Yes, please.
I thought it was you. No, what do I know?
Uncle David's keeping busy.
And this was really.
Yeah.
It's a very, very, very fine house.
Well, I just popped in before I head down to the doctor's office in about a half hour.
Yeah.
See, the windshield is held in over here, and you can see where somebody was looking for the right angle.
Yeah.
It's just a mess. But I'm halfway thinking of getting like motorcycle mirrors that go into the end of the handlebars, putting the hole in here and having the mirrors instead of out here, putting some mirrors right up here and have the mirrors
Hmm.
themselves hold the windshield on. Maybe. But that can be a later down the road project. Right now, take a look in my Magic Bolt collection.
So,
That,
is your
Yeah, sure.
follow-up appointment, Paul?
Yeah, my follow-up appointment is today, but it's in the town just south of me, so.
honestly, Paul, if you show up about 20 minutes earlier than you're supposed to, you might get in early.
Yeah, I don't know.
A lot of
My
times they'll
biggest
get you in,
concern
it depends
is-
on how busy they are.
Is
You could
leaving
get-
Mia here. She doesn't like being left alone.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you get in early and they're not busy, they may squeeze you in quicker to get you out.
Or I may sit there in the lobby.
Cause when I go to my doctor's office, I always show up like 20, 25 minutes early. And they always end up taking me back like within the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, maybe I'll head down there in about 5 or 10 minutes. We'll see what happens.
I mean, you don't have to go that early. So it's not till 3:30. It's only what, 2:30?
2:37.
Oh, so
But
you
it's,
get the,
but it's gotta be about a 20, 25-minute drive.
oh, that's right. I forgot. Is
Yeah,
it a
it's
big
just don't-
doctor's office?
No, it's his private practice.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't think they'd be overly freaking busy then. Usually the smaller practices are a little bit better.
Well, you never know, you know? The minute I think I got it figured, something comes up. Hey,
Yeah, it
well,
does.
good news though. All of my batteries for the Inspire One all charged up.
Later,
Oh, very
Rigger.
good.
Yeah, catch you later, Rigger.
Hey, Rigger.
Because
The,
Inspire One batteries are getting a little hard to get hold of. There's a few comments being made.
Yeah.
I don't know. Over here, you can still get them on Amazon. They're just a little pricey. You can get 2 of them for about $400.
Yeah,
But now taking it off.
But with it only needing 1 battery, I mean, if you bought one and you spent the 400, I mean, you only really need about 2 batteries anyway. Unless you're going to be out flying for hours at a time, and most people don't do that. That's why I love when everybody bitches about battery life. And then all these people will go out to fly and they'll take 3 batteries and they'll use 1. And then they'll come back home. I'm like, oh, what are you worried about having 40 minutes of flight time on each battery?
Well, you gotta
Ah,
remember
but-
the Inspires only get 14 to 15 minutes of flight time.
Right, but how long are you really going to want to be out there flying?
Who,
though?
me? No,
what I'm
one
saying.
or 2 batteries is fine for me, but I
Yeah.
charged them all up just to make sure they charged.
Well, one you need to do is run them through a cycle, make sure that they're getting the flight time that they normally do. Because a charger could say they're charged all the way up and you get out there and it might only get 2 minutes of flight time on that battery because it's old, you know? Does it say how many cycles those batteries went through?
What?
How many
No.
cycles? I think you can look it up in the
yeah,
on there. It'll tell you how many cycles they've been through.
yeah. The DJI Pilot app should be able to bring that up. Like that's one thing we've actually found. I'm with the emergency services, and I actually fly drones for them, and we actually go ahead and we've got 6 batteries, but it's been worked out that as long as we go ahead and put the battery that we just used immediately on charge, we will never we'll never catch up and run out of batteries. So we can keep going and going and going until we've actually either found the target or run out of daylight.
I'm wondering, does Spire 3 only takes 1 battery now, huh?
Yeah, still only one battery.
Cause
No
I know
hot
the
swap-
two, you
no
had to
hot
use
swap.
2 batteries.
The Matrice, the
Spire 2, you had to use 2 batteries. It was double battery.
yeah,
Well,
Yeah,
you know,
the-
the thing of it is what I don't understand. It's got plenty of lifting power. Why somebody hasn't developed a way, you know, especially with 3D printing, to where you could have a saddlebag of batteries. You know, it's like the main battery would go in, and then 2 batteries alongside, wired in all in series.
yeah.
Because
The
then
problem,
you'd have 3 batteries. Hell, that's all anybody'd need.
it's that the problem is actually going ahead and getting it so that it uses it uses the full capacity of all 3 batteries. You'll only ever get the best flight time out of the least capacity battery will be the guide as to how much flight time you can actually get. Because it's running them in parallel is a really tricky sum to actually pull. And the Matrice 30T, that's a 2 battery job, and the Matrice 300 and 350 are both 2 battery. And
The Inspire 2 had 2 batteries side by side.
And what they do is they switch batteries during flight. So it runs one down, then we'll run the other one down. They won't go ahead and run both batteries simultaneously, because it has a problem with balancing. So it's a bad balancing act, trying to get the 2 batteries to go down simultaneously. But the way the Matrices do it with their 2 batteries, it will bring the battery down to say the 20% level, and then actually switch to the second battery in flight, and then we'll subsequently bring that one down 20%. And of course, when you land, you change one battery at a time, and no, you literally don't have to shut your drone completely down. You can just stop the blades, keep the drone alive, and you can swap batteries and be straight back up in the air again.
Jody, I'm getting ready to go to the doctor now. Tim Jackson, hey, how you doing?
How you doing?
Another
What's
day in
up, Tim?
paradise.
Yeah.
I got to go to the doctor for a checkup after the hospitalization.
Oh, there you go. That'll be good for you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
make sure-
Mia can't go. It's a town over, and I don't really have anybody to watch Mia. So she's
How
gonna
long
be
is the-
there. She's gonna be
How long
there.
is the doctor visit?
Well, about an hour, but it's also 25 minute drive. It's in the,
That'll be 2 hours. 2 hours at the longest. She'll be fine. She'll be fine.
Or is your landlord or is your tenant still pissed off at you?
kind of. I don't see or hear from him much, unless he wants something from me.
Why? Why would they be mad at you? What did
Because
I
he told the tenant that they needed to get more on a tenant landlord relationship instead of him trying to be friends with Paul.
Yeah, yep. Because they haven't been there that long. You know, I could understand my situation. I've been here 6 years, so
Well, it's like he wanted to pretend like we were family, you know, and it's like,
yeah,
I'll treat you like family, but don't expect me to treat you like family, you know.
right. Business is business.
Every half hour, every day, like 3 times a week, they call up. Can we borrow some money? Can we borrow some money?
Nah, fuck that. Bye bye. Get a new tenant.
Yeah.
Make sure you get somebody with, you know, good rapport with other places.
Well, the sad part of it is they've had a whole bunch of cats up there, and they got 5 kids up there, and I imagine the place is trashed.
Probably stinks to fucking high hell.
Now, technically, I don't know, here, you're, the thing is you're not supposed to have more than 2 people per bedroom.
Yep.
So,
Right.
like,
Well,
even,
they between the two of them, I think they got 5 or 7 kids out in the world, and they can't come and go and come and go and come and go.
yeah, cause like here,
screw
when
that.
you go, like, when you go get a lease at an apartment complex or a house, they don't allow more than 2 people per bedroom.
Hmm.
So if you're in a 3-bedroom house, it can be you and 4 kids, and that's it, cause it had to be 2 kids per room.
Yeah. Yep. Don't make that a family situation. Like, I've been here 6 years, so I know my landlord's whole family and everything, but that's
Oh.
our relationship, that how we are.
Hey, Tim.
Hey, Don, how you doing?
Doing okay.
Like,
Well,
you're
guys,
doing
I'm
good on
gonna, I'm
that?
gonna head down there. I'll see you all later.
Yeah,
All right, Paul.
Yeah, till later.
Yep.
Drive careful.
Yeah, he told his tenants that when he left, when he got back home from the hospital, he was all pissed off about his TV being fucked up.
Well, I would be too.
That's what
Hmm.
he told the tenant. The tenant got all pissed off, apparently, and stomped out of the house.
Well, he can be pissed off all he wants. Why is he touching Paul's shit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's supposed to just be watching the dog, not down there taking shit out of the house and everything.
And fucking
moving
playing
shit.
games and the kids taking over the living room. Nah, fuck that. No. Sorry.
Yeah, you were supposed to just be coming down there every couple hours, take the dog out, give her food, water. Yeah.
That's when I would have said Lynn, or what's his name, the other guy. Take it to a pet resort or something like that
Oh,
till he
you're
gets back.
talking about Skip?
Skip, yeah. Take the dog to a pet resort and that's it. Or get Skip to watch him. Fuck that. My landlord don't even come into my place unless they need to like change filters or fuck with the modem or something like
Well,
that.
technically, that's the way it should be. I mean, unless you're like really, really close and you're that trusting with
Yeah.
each other, that's one thing. But if you're on a standard, landlord-tenant relationship, yeah, they shouldn't be coming into your house unless you tell them it's okay.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
vice versa.
I got keys to my landlord's house. So if they're away and they need something, and if something goes wrong, like a busted filter or fucking something that happens in the house or a busted line while they're away, I can fix it.
Well, and you got a deal worked out with them to watch the horses and all that. You getting money
Yeah.
knocked off your rent.
Yeah.
And so that's the way to go if you have that.
Yeah, it's the difference between
Paul and his tenant. Yeah.
helping it out. They was literally just letting themselves in, wandering around. They're parking on his driveway, just taking the piss and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm long gone.
Nah, fuck that. I mean, my landlord will call me up and said, "Oh, there's a sale at Dan Murphy's. You want me to pick you up 2 or 3?" And I'm like, "Fuck yeah." If I'm out and if they need something, they just text me, while I'm out. And I got the next door neighbor's phone number. I've been over barbecues there. The other next door neighbor's phone number. We're all like a tight community around here. The way it should be.
Can't imagine that.
You can't imagine that. Why?
Trusting you with anything.
I'll fuck up. I trust you, Don.
Why?
Come in and take care of my cat. Not that way.
I'm not gonna take care of your cat the way you take care of your cat. Come on, dude.
Lord. So are you in good relations with your neighbors, Don? Like if something happens to your house and you're away, they'll call you or no?
No, not anymore. The neighbors that used to live here, yeah.
Yeah.
And the one side, I don't know them except just to see them out and nod.
Yeah. I've always got along with my neighbors.
But I wouldn't be able to call. Now, the neighbors that used to live here, they're the ones whose the son still lives in the town next over, and I went over and took care of his dogs, half the keys to his apartment. He can come and he needed something a while back and asked if I was home. I'm like, no, but you know how to get in the house. Get in the house and get it.
Yeah, that's
So
cool.
they were good friends.
Yeah. Good to have good neighbors, you know?
Mhm.
Like shit, my landlord will come over here, spray off my veranda. What's that shit they put a coat of on the wood on the veranda? They'll do that when I'm away. Like when they're away, I'll take care of their plants, the horse, fish, every fucking thing. The only thing I won't do is whip or snip.
Oh, weed eat?
Yeah, I can't. I can't
Oh,
do that shit. My allergies go off the wall.
hell.
All the last, what I think it was 2 weeks ago, they put new shoes. They had the fair come here, and he said the horse ain't looking good. Don't know how long that's going to be. Did you have that car on the road today or tomorrow?
Not today, definitely.
Right. I hear a little girl,
No, you can hear Matthew.
Matthew. Hello, Matthew.
You want to see a little girl? Stop working on the car and show you a little girl. Pervert.
No, I didn't know there was a little one. I wouldn't have cussed like that.
Don't worry, they live in Pitsea. They're used to it. Yeah, we got Rebecca's sat on the chair. She's been quiet, and Matthew's the one that's. I don't know. He's doing some sort of Irish jig behind me.
Now, Rebecca is the one that was driving better than you yesterday, right?
What up?
Yep.
What did you say?
He said you're better than me yesterday.
She was driving better than you.
You weren't driving better than me, was you?
You weren't even driving yesterday.
Yes, she was. She tried to drive me off a cliff.
Without in the pedals. Are we doing it tomorrow?
Yes.
I'm going first. Might crash his car.
He might crash his car.
It's a truck, not car.
You said car.
Truck.
Oh,
Yeah, you said car. Mm-hmm.
David.
Yes.
I asked a question to Daddy, yeah? And he nearly got it correct. And I'm going to ask Stephanie.
Oh, I can see the headlight today as well.
Make sure you connect your brakes.
1,000 times.
Oh, yeah.
1,000 times.
Yeah. It's about 1,000. 10,000. You have to make zeros. Make 100,000.
Good. There you go. That's good. Nice.
Back. Now I can go ahead and tighten this back down.
Yeah.
I just realized that was still like that. Find a hose, run my drain hose. I need to cut a new for here to kind of match that.
Yeah. You're gonna enclose it. Yeah.
Just a piece of rubber. They had it riveted in,
Yeah, I saw that.
which was stupid as hell.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get thin rubber, cut it around here to fit, and then I'm just gonna glue it.
Yeah, like a housing. Yeah.
Yeah, I should be able to glue just fine.
David, Tim, Don,
Hello. Hello, Mark.
Chris.
Mark.
Hello.
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 Hello. Hello, Governor.
Geordie.
Some posh people on this panel.
Right.
What you doing?
Gonna go drive my lorry.
No. What you
then.
doing?
I might take the lift up
It's a wagon.
and get the crisps.
Do nothing.
Hmm.
Cheerio.
Cheerio.
I prefer Weetabix.
I might drive me lorry down to the boot sale and pick me up a bag of crisps. On cheap.
Baby bear.
Fuck you. Look how he's walking. Oh,
Just
shit.
Well, I've watched Series 1 and Series 2 of Halo. And now I've started on Halo Nightfall.
I actually thought you'd been saying now Justin owes you that time back.
These are going to be a project in the future, is putting new headlights on here and making them look good and actually putting them on with extended nuts where I can tighten them up correctly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, these
Oh, that reminds me doing my California moke. That was too much work.
I know where there's a moke shell.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I had a 1972 original California moke.
It's on my ex's brother-in-law's farm in the Seychelles.
Oh, yeah. Well, it won't rust out. You know that much.
No, it's in decent condition.
Yeah, it's aluminium. It won't rust.
Hmm.
So,
Was yours-
say again.
Was yours a proper moke? The one that
Yeah.
was based on the British Mini?
Yeah, it's a proper one. It was the year. Well, it was actually one of them that was sent to America, and then it was sent back. They did it in like 71 and 72. Then America sent it back.
With a series
Mm-hmm.
998 engine.
Yeah, it was a nice engine. Got up and went. It wouldn't go over 100, but still, it was a good one.
Want to have a governor built into it?
That was
Oh, that's about as fast as they'll go.
fast. Yeah, that's as fast as it good. What they did was they used to rent them over here. About 2006, they stopped it. But when I first got, they were renting them out.
A lot as little rental cars in seaside places.
Yeah, and they go on the beach too. Take them on the beach.
Okay, I thought it was like cars over here, like your standard vehicle. They'll
Yeah.
cap that bitch at like 110 usually.
Nah,
Is
that's
what the
just
governor is.
It
Unless
just looks like a miniature Jeep.
it's just so you don't blow the fucking motor if it's not meant to do, high speeds. They'll cap it out and put a governor on it, so it will only go up so high.
Most European cars are limited to 155 miles an hour now, except for the supercars.
Oh.
I'll show you the one mine looks like. I'll show you. Hold on.
Yeah, so if you buy like a cheap ass, well,
You
not
see
a cheap
this?
ass, but yeah.
Yeah, that's what mine looked like. But I didn't have them rearview mirrors. I had the ones like that. But yeah, that's what it looked like.
Yeah.
Now, if you
I didn't have a long bed like that. I had a dicky seat,
Mm-hmm.
sort of like the insert of that. But I didn't have a canopy like that. I wanted it after I was done building it. rebuilding it. It was sort of like that with a little dicky seat in the back.
Sounds like something I wouldn't want to sit on.
It was good to drive, man. It was fun. It was really fun to drive. And I sold it for more than I bought it, so I was happy. And now I see it still being driven around Noosa. Sucks. The guy that bought it told me that he sent it down to north of Brisbane, down there where they rebuild them, like nut and bolt. And he spent $15,000 to get it rebuilt, the manufacturer, like original. Fucking crazy. The guy has a lot of money.
Oops. I'm gonna have to go digging for that wrench eventually.
Oh, you
Lost-
try-
Bag
He
and
dropped-
went full bag and underneath the bench.
Oh, shit.
Nothing worse when you lose a socket or a fucking wrench under the hood of a car.
Oh, I hate
Oh
that.
my God. And then you're sitting there trying to find it, hoping it's not in the fucking fan or something.
That's why I bought a telescopic magnet.
Oh,
Like a
yeah.
telescopic thing.
But it's
That's
the
why I
fact
bought
of
that.
trying to find it first.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you'll drop it and that bitch will just disappear like Harry Potter. And you're like, where the fuck did it go?
Yep.
Plus the fact that chrome vanadium is not magnetic.
Yep. I love it when it ends up around a motor mount and you're looking for fucking days.
When you turn the car on, hoping you don't hear cluck, 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 cluck. You got caught in a fucking fan or something.
Yeah. Next time you change the boots on the fucking inner tie rods. Oh, there it is.
I'm gonna tighten that one down too while I'm at it. Might as well.
That would be so cool if you can set server up to each one of those lights and make it blink. That would be cool stuff.
No, stupid as hell. I don't know why people keep suggesting that.
That'd be cool.
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah, until the servers fell, until the servos fell and the fucking thing
Yeah.
has no lights going down the road at 50
Yeah.
miles an hour.
It fails shut. It fails being shut. Yeah.
Yeah.
If-
Goes to wink at the driver next as he's passing him.
If I wanted a car that I would get a Miata like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but weren't those
the-
headlights like on the
vacuum-
Miatas? Those type of headlights, weren't they prone to like fucking up though?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, it's the same. You remember them Fieros, Don? They had the same lights, and they used to
Yeah.
mess up all the time.
This isn't bad
The,
because
the
they're
engine-
electronic. The hydraulic ones were really bad about fucking up.
Right.
the vacuum
the-
ones were
They
terrible.
get, they would get a leak and then they would just kind of
Yeah,
slowly.
slowly go down. Yep.
It was
I
just
think-
like us.
What's the old car that used to have it? It's in the 60s. I'm not sure if it's a Fury or what. They had the closing lights, and then it would open up when you turn them on. But they were like a fucking like a shade on a window. How they would shut.
Well, a car that you had called a Bullet used to have them.
I forget what it.
It's
what
just
car
like the seatbelts. Those
Which-
remember when the
Which
seatbelts were real
over
popular?
here was the Triumph TR7.
Yeah,
It's
Ford
just-
Escorts used to have them. Justin. Ford
Yeah,
Escorts.
it was like the seatbelts that used to go back mechanically when you'd sit down in
Yeah.
the seat and close the door. Those are
Yeah.
actually still on permanent recall because of their, it's considered a safety issue. And if you have an old ass car that has them, you can actually take them in and get them fixed still.
Yeah, because they lock into place. They won't fucking open. But ours, we had a little button on the top on the left or on the right, whatever. You could disengage it, take it off.
Son of a
Well,
bitch.
no, they had the buttons, but the problem is sometimes they would get stuck forward position and you
Yeah.
couldn't. They wouldn't go back over your chest like they were supposed to. And
Yeah.
that was a really bad design. Like it was a cool thing back when they did it. Like it was like this futuristic like seatbelt. But at the same time, there was a lot of issues with those too.
It was cool and everything, but I just didn't like it. Every time I got in that damn car. And plus it didn't have leg room. You know what I mean? Like it was good for Lynn to drive, but when I drove it,
Or if you got in the car with like a cup of coffee or something, the fucking seatbelt would come back and you don't remember. You bet you grab your cup or something.
I just didn't have any leg room in that fucking car at all.
I should have put turn signal back on while the steering was on or was off.
Oops.
Yeah, that would have been a good idea.
The hose clamp unscrews. You know,
Oh yeah,
That's-
yeah.
I'm gonna take that off because that's just a couple. It'd be easier to do that.
Yeah.
If I tear up the hose clamp on the turn signal, then I'm screwed.
Now, do you have a boot on that steering wheel? A boot? Like a rubber boot? You know how the old GTs used to have? It looks like a GT steering wheel.
No, I do not have a boot on it, but that would be nice to cover up this. Because if you look right here,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
it would be nice to get a boot for it.
You can still get them.
I might.
they're-
I'm probably gonna put it on my list now that you mentioned that because that'd be nice to have to cover that up. I already painted the column a little bit to kind of
Yeah.
mask it.
Them steering wheels usually came with the boot kit on them, but
Well, you saw all the work that those people did on that thing. So
well, you're
surprised they
lucky.
don't-
You're lucky you don't have a clock spring in that fucking steering wheel. I hate them things. Unraveled and fuck, you can never get them back to the same way. East Coast, how you doing?
What's up, Dusty?
And Dusty.
I had
Hey,
Mike
did
get up. I
Did
had
that
Michael.
remote control arrive that Paul sent you? Dusty?
Yeah, he actually messaged me and said it's working good. So
Ah, good.
I had Michael get a hold of me on Steam, said, you want to play Call of Duty? And I said, it's 2 a.m. And he goes, oh, shit. But I don't have Call of Duty. That's like $89 over here. I can't afford that. Pretty tight with my money right now.
Yeah,
The only gift I got myself was that them headphones. They should be here Thursday or Friday.
don't know about you,
Nice.
Mark, but does Tim not come across like a Yorkshireman?
A what?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fat ass.
What are you talking about?
don't like spending money.
Over in the UK, Yorkshireman never spends any money.
That's how you make money and
No,
save
that
money,
would-
isn't it?
no, that would be Matt, 100%.
Yeah, that would be Matt. Yeah.
It's either
$1.77.
Yorkshire or Scottish.
Jokingly got a fly in the soup and grabbed it and said, "Spit it out! Spit it out!"
It's raining today. It's supposed to rain the next 3 days and then no rain for 3 weeks. So
It's
Hopefully.
raining here as well now.
I'm over it.
It was nice until it was going to go dark and then it started raining.
Well, fucking last year we were in a drought.
Mm.
It's crazy. I wish this cat would stop waking me the fuck up though. Fuck. Yeah, that's right, Dusty.
Mine
She
don't
wakes
wake me up.
She woke me up by licking my face.
She loves you.
Oh,
Mine
I love
does.
her. I love her too, but I don't love being woken up at 1:30 in the morning.
Guess it'd be nice if I put this back
Oh,
on.
she don't come until 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, she lays with me all night.
And then she goes up to bed with me. And after having a bit of a fuss, she'll lie down on the shelf next to the bed and go to sleep.
Well, I lay with my arms like on my right side with my arms up on my head, and she lays right on my arm in between.
I have the dog pressed against one side of me.
Isn't that right? I gotta get my coffee. Be right back.
It is true, Dusty is spending a lot of money on his pussy.
Well, you have to. You do spend a lot of time petting it.
Where'd my pencil go?
Trevor, I'm in the Bamboo software. For some reason,
Mhm.
I cannot find where you put the break in the print
David-
so I can change the filament colour.
David's gone AI.
Ah, that's a good one.
He's gone into the software.
Give me a couple of moments. I'll have a quick look myself.
Trevor?
So at the
Yes,
end
I've
of
actually-
level 9, I need it to, at level 8, that's where I need to break so I can change colour.
Why? You've had enough of being pink.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just having a look.
You going to look?
Actually enough, I'm having trouble finding it myself.
Somebody's taken it out.
Yeah, I do, Dusty.
Just because I wanted to use it, removed it.
Oh, really? Fucking hell, Jody. So y'all, Justin, you and Mark are gonna play?
Yeah, most likely.
Well, I might be getting done by noon.
I'll just let me know either way.
Well, that's 10 p.m. your time, so might be too late.
I don't even get it to merge the two fucking files now. Did it the other day. Pain in the ass.
Down to silence.
Yeah, we're Windows about to curse Bamboo again.
I wonder if Joe electrocuted
Knock it
himself
off.
yesterday.
Joe, what happened?
I don't know. He disappeared off the stream because, well, his girlfriend came on and told us that he had to go and help his landlord with some electrical stuff, and he never came back.
Do you not think that might have been Joe in his female form?
I didn't know he
No.
had. I didn't
Not
know
with
he had.
that voice.
I'm only messing, by the way.
Not Joe, Captain Joe, the one we
No,
can't
not
understand.
Captain Joe. Why,
Joe.
Joe?
Oh,
His
yeah,
girlfriend
yeah.
came on with quite a cute little voice, but still a Geordie accent.
yeah. I thought you were talking about Cap.
Oh no, I don't think he's got a girlfriend.
Maybe a boyfriend, but you know.
I'll send you a link in Zoom. I'll Zoom message you a link.
About 300 horny college girls.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My ears just perked up when he said that.
Good.
I hear that. I just get tired.
Yeah.
So that's too much.
I think about my heart medication.
I think I might listen to him talk.
Like Tim's like, can I mix Viagra with heart medication? Is it safe?
Just think if you did that, man, you'd be like, boom, dead. Fuck
Maybe
it.
if I take a half of one of each, I'll cancel it out.
That may actually help.
Like that old joke about the guy that passes away with a heart on. 3 nurses come in, and 10 minutes later, he's alive. They say, how did you revive him? He goes after an oil change and something else.
Was it in the hallway?
Not in
I
the
I have with a heart on.
We'll go and get him out of the living room. Matthew, go and get him out of the living room.
I don't die with a heart on because they're going to have a hell of a time getting the lid of the casket down.
Yeah, just shut. Yeah, that's true. Yep.
So, back. Where's the fucking house soon go?
I gotta move that fucking Starlink modem away from the corner.
We sent it, Trevor.
Why is the cat starting to attack that as well now?
Just
No,
go
she's
ahead
not allowed
and
on
I'll
that.
send it to that one as well.
You know she's not allowed on that table.
Rebecca, I think I found them.
I fixed the merge problem.
They're down there. I need some help.
Are you drawing pictures?
Ugh. All right.
I mean, you're calling them what? First one in my second. Wholesome.
Hey Don, have you ever had Silverside?
We checked the bedroom.
Have I ever had what?
Dave asked us.
Silverside.
Hold a minute, guys.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Beef. It's a cut of beef.
It's corned beef, but yeah. I was just wondering if you knew a recipe for a good cheese sauce.
Nope, I've had a corned beef, but never heard anything called that.
Yeah, you make it and then you slice it up just like any other thing, you know, and then you make mashed taters with it in a nice creamy white sauce, white cheese sauce. But I'm trying to find a good recipe that don't have a lot of salt in the fucking thing.
Well, then I'm assuming just to make a cheese sauce, you'd start with a basic sauce, a basic bechamel, and then add your cheese to it until it's.
Well, I was thinking,
would want.
I was thinking start out with flour and milk, stir that, keep stirring that, and then maybe get some cheddar cheese, like unsalted cheddar cheese. Stir that in slowly.
I wouldn't do flour and milk to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
Start with your flour and butter.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You want to cook it until you get the raw.
The rawness out. Yep.
And then bring it to it.
Alright.
Go down the shop and get some cheese sauce granules.
No, I like making my own. Comes out better. All right, I'll try that someday after work.
I was
No.
just
Stop it now. That's enough.
Back it in. Don't talk to me like that.
Let me see. I don't want to just get me.
Oh, by the way, I'd like to apologise for Laura last night. Jesus, she were on one. Jack Matthew. I need to. Well, she nearly ripped my head off.
Can you you can see your screen, Don? Or I'll show you what Silverside is. You see that? That's Silverside. You slice it up with like corned beef. You can put veggies, but I like mashed taters and nice creamy sauce to it.
That you do.
Oh, shut up. Weirdo. God, you're a weirdo.
He likes that white salty sauce.
Oh my God.
Oh.
I'm not
He's gonna-
into salt. but-
It's done now.
He's gonna make white sauce with Fremunda cheese.
Don't know.
What the fuck? Oops. Sorry, my language.
Uh,
Oh Lord, you can tell who Justin's friends are. Uh,
Oh.
I'm not
You
looking
gotta-
for. Oh, look at that little newborn. How old? Like a month.
Yeah, 2 months. 2?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it'd be nice if they stayed that age for about 2 years.
And then there's a couple monkeys down there making a mess up my driveway.
nah,
You should make a hopscotch. You got some chalk? Make them hopscotch. That'll keep them busy.
I asked Sarah the other day if we could put him back in, and we'll get him back out in a couple of years when we're ready.
Signal back.
Yeah, French oven.
Yeah, can we put him back in there for a while? Let him.
Yeah.
Although you can feed it, and it's basically a hose clamp on the steering wheel. Yeah,
All the babies with him.
one.
God, I remember my kids were that small.
Me too.
I've got of it.
Teenage assholes there.
I did.
Oh, yeah.
Plug it in.
I loved them when they were like
Plug yours in.
5 and under. 5 and under. Perfect. Over 5, no.
In the weather.
Plug in.
What are the britches and
You
that?
went there.
The light.
It's bright out here, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
close your eyes.
So it's nice weather, a little bit cool. She's bundled up, so she's got cool hair debris, a little warm.
Oh,
A weed whacker around. Yeah. I'd like to take a nap too.
yeah, me too.
Oh,
Your
Laura's back.
Tim, wouldn't you,
Oh.
wouldn't you,
Oh,
Don?
Lord.
Don,
wouldn't you love to be able to sleep like that though? Just all happy.
Oh.
do you know? Don,
Look
do you
at-
know which
oh.
part of the cow is the top side?
Adorable.
Do I know which part of the cow is the top side?
Yeah. The cut of meat that's it's just in front of the tail,
Okay.
and then just in front of that is where Silverside comes from.
Mhm.
Oh, the butthole.
Just in
Okay.
front of that is rump.
You should be able to use it. It should be charging.
Oh,
Okay.
my God.
He kept
After
moving
that,
farther. Look, he kept moving farther and farther back on the cow. I thought it was the butthole. My bad.
Oh, my God.
No, it
After
was
that.
going forward. It was going forward from the butthole.
Oh, my God.
Playing in the
Laura's
grass.
walking in the dark all by herself.
That's why I'm on
Usually-
here.
This is usually the start of any like freaking serial killer movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, every ending. Yep.
Get your ass home as quick as possible.
How bad do you think the UK?
Justin, what are the chances of 2 serial killers being on the same street?
Yeah, right.
Laura's there. She's on her way home.
Yay. Yeah, I don't see her.
David,
Yay.
how's they been?
Yeah. What?
I said,
They're all
how's they-
tied up.
They're doing good. They beat him up earlier for snack foods.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I need
Now
to
David got them all tied up. So it's good.
If anything, I think David would be the one tied up.
Tied
yeah,
up,
I
yeah.
was gonna say,
Yeah.
it'd be the other way round.
That's true. Very true.
Oh, that is cool. The clock that you have on your wall there, Donald. It's all family photos.
That's
That's pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool. Look at that.
Oh,
I like that. That's awesome.
Yep, that trip to Florida, Orlando.
Some
That is
diving.
really cool. That's a good idea.
That is
right
cool. I like that.
Yeah. There's my daughter. There's my son. We have pictures like that of our family that I took. That one would be summer. I've got one that we took when we had a snowstorm. And so we all ran out the front yard and laid down like that in the front yard in the middle of the snow. And then I've got one where we went over to a golf course in the fall where there's leaves all over the place. So I've got one. Then we also did one. There was a town that had planted a bunch of flowers in this field, a bunch of wildflowers. And we got one in a field of flowers. We got spring, summer, winter, and fall. And I was planning on, well, my wife was planning on taking an old picture frame that had like 4 panels and putting each in a different panel. But we never have done that.
I like how you have that as each number, you know what I mean? But that's cool.
Look at that sweet face. Look at him.
That's one of those.
Look at him. Look how
I'm pretty
sweet
sure he photoshopped himself into a bunch of magazine photos.
Yeah, probably.
There's when we went to see the Man Group. My son got the painting that they made on stage, and then we had T-shirts that we had them sign with their handprints.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's a good idea. I never.
That's a good idea.
Pictures.
That's a very good idea.
That was my wife's idea. She has great ideas all the time. She had that idea, and she also had the idea to marry me.
Fucking hell.
How much one of those clock things costs? Large clock mechanism. You go to Amazon.
They're not a lot.
I guess it'd be what, a large wall clock mechanism.
I'm so glad I'm catching the bus home.
Hard
It's
getting
starting to
the
rain.
hung right and symmetrically,
Right, this is not working.
where it really pays to have a wife who is anal retentive.
Trevor, that link you sent me is not correct.
Obsessive.
Because it says you got to click the next color, which is obviously that one, and then it's thinking. But this is, I think this is if you've got AMS.
Oh yeah, they're not bad at all. You can get them for about 20, 30 bucks. I mean, granted, they come with the whole clock, like little decorations to go around the edge of it, but you don't have to use those. That's when you just throw those out. Although this one here would be kind of cool because instead of having, yeah, let me make this bigger. Shit. Oh, come on now. Damn it. Instead of putting those sideways, I'd put at least all the lettering ones right above each of the or below the picture frames. Kind of just add to it. That's not a bad idea though. Let's be a good present for like Mother's Day or something one year. It's a good idea.
Yeah, just like I'm getting brownie points like crazy here.
No, I mean like any mother that loves the shit out of her family, that'd be an awesome Mother's Day gift.
In the G
Go to Walmart and get all matching frames to go around. Yeah, that'd be cool. Or you do the same frames for the numbers and then do matching frames for the 2 main numbers.
Yeah. What time is it? Oh, it's
12 and
Joey
6.
past Fred.
Just Joey past bread.
Right.
Well, you could have somebody winning an award for one because you won something. You could, Justin, you could dress in a tutu like a little ballerina too. You go
Somebody
hang
getting
from
out of jail for 3.
Then when his
Yeah,
wife asks him what time it is, he's like, it's Donald o'clock.
you could play golf, have somebody playing golf for 4.
4.
Oh yeah, it would actually be pretty good. You have each family member pose for something else
What would
that
5
has a
be?
meaning for each number.
Uh-huh.
That's not bad
Five.
either.
Do a pornographic one for sex.
There is a place in Scotland called Fife.
Or have everybody sitting around with thermometers and hot water bottles on their heads for sick.
And there's a river in Bristol called the Severn.
Yeah, and it,
Severn, yeah.
yeah, and there used to be a football.
And
local
obviously,
club
I
where-
think we
eight
missed
is,
5.
eight is somebody chewing something.
I picked something for 5. So playing a fife.
There is a place called Fife in Scotland.
Yeah, but you remember there used to be they don't play it often anymore, but it's only happened twice, and it was 4-4-5, 5-4.
East Fife.
8
East
would
Fife.
obviously everybody
no,
eating.
equal 5 as well. Right.
That would be a fun project just to make pictures that would match that. That'd be cool. 9.
And nine is a German for no.
Yeah. We're gonna do the bottom glow in the dark.
Somebody doing no.
But yeah. So we all dress like Nazis with a big circle.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
9.
Or white. I think.
Fucking Donald. Oh my God.
What colour?
Fucking family photo dressed up like nuts.
We're dressing up like Nazis.
Red. White. And we got
Two.
You for 10.
This is for your names. They need to stand out.
Right.
There was
Oh
a
my
war
God.
series with women in a Japanese prisoner of war camp called Tenko.
This is your tree. That's your tree, right? So when you have Rebecca,
Oh, you know what? High noon could be somebody standing with 6-shooters.
Ooh, that'd be
You
good.
know, because you know they always,
High noon. Yeah.
those, you know, old Western movies. That's when they always want to have their gun battle.
Yeah.
High noon.
look,
But that only works by noon. What about midnight?
what it look like.
Hmm. So now you would have to come up with something.
You know,
Oh,
And it
for
would have
fuck's
to be
sake,
a ghost with 6 shooters.
There you go.
the bloody other one's gone.
I think we have something for every one of them except for 11. Do Stranger Things.
No, I was just thinking to have
Right
somebody
there.
dress up like what's her name from Stranger Things 11.
Put your tab on the chair.
Oh, that.
Yeah, so you got that red. Yeah. Or that white.
Mm.
Or you could just have a bunch of family photos.
What do you say?
White.
Okay, so you want white, you want red.
Look, there's the yellow.
No, you can't print in that one. That's a different filament.
The
Right.
part she had the worst time on was
You chose earlier.
that
You
6
chose earlier.
and 12
Tails.
portrait.
For
Heads
what?
and tails. You,
How long have you had that set up for?
if you win, you pick the colour. If you win, pick the colour. Heads or tails?
Tails.
I want to say
Don't say tails never fails. but guess what?
here's 9. It might be
Yeah.
that might be closer to 10. I'm trying to think when we went down.
Oh,
Well,
Uh,
Chris looks like he would have been around
no, that means
No.
on the next
12,
colours. So we're gonna do
That- 2002 or 2000.
Are we
Well-
gonna take today?
no cakes tomorrow because we're gonna go.
that's why like I can ask Sarah for family orphanages. She'll say the exact fucking date and month.
No,
She'll be like,
it's-
oh, that was May 12th back in 2010 or whatever. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we're gonna go Tesco's and get some more cake stuff.
I'll go.
Right.
Isn't that just called cake?
No, we're not buying cake. We want to make cake.
It's nowhere near as much fun as eating cake.
Okay.
What? It's not working.
So,
Justin-
Laura, you waiting for the bus, are you?
But it's not working.
Laura, where's the memory card?
Oh,
Feel that.
it's still in the bedroom on top of my computer.
Yes.
Take in the ass.
She'll need to go and get it.
No, I'll get it.
It's still in the memory card reader thing. So it's either on top of my computer or on the computer table.
Laura. Silver.
What, Rebecca?
Hello.
my table.
Hello.
Done once. David, it won't be long until our home, so I can get it then.
Oh, he's going to Tesco's for cake stuff. He said so.
Well, if he was going to Tesco's for cake stuff, he hasn't got keys to lock up. I've got both sets of keys. I didn't realise mine was in my bag. And I picked his up on the way out.
Well, maybe he's not going to Tesco's yet then.
How long you have to sit there and wait for the bus?
It's due at 1:45.
I don't.
Another
And
10 minutes.
And I'm not sitting. The bench is too low and I won't get back up. What was that?
Yeah.
You got keys?
You got
Yeah, she has both sets of keys. She just said
Yeah,
that.
she just said that.
So if we wanted to go out, we couldn't.
Nope.
No.
Well, I mean, you could.
Couldn't lock up.
But you'd have to wait till I get home to get back in.
You want to, just leave the door open and make it easier for him to get in. Well, no, technically, if Laura's going to be home, say in the next 20 minutes or so, technically you could leave and lock up and then she'd be back before you do.
He can't lock up. I've got the keys.
He can't lock the door handle and close it?
How's it gonna
Or
No.
is it only deadbolt?
Have a handle on it.
Has it not got a Yale as well? No.
Yeah, it's got a yell lock.
But it's not very safe.
It's fine. It's just you overreacting.
It's enough to be locked, isn't it?
Right. How long is this going to take? 1 hour, 10 minutes. Oh, for fuck's sake.
You need to get a quarantine sign just to hang on the door. That would keep people out of it.
Yeah, now I need a glue stick.
I got one of those on our front door. I have one of those
And those
keypad
ones
locks.
right there.
You can just punch in a code and unlock the door.
Mm.
Everybody has their own code, so I know who's coming in and out.
Can you laugh at me, David?
Mine's just got a 5-lever mortise lock on my front door.
The hell is that? Deadbolt?
Not even printing.
Yeah.
No. What it's doing now is making a mess.
We had one, but we had a regular door, deadbolt for a long time, but then the kids kept losing their keys. They'd go to school and they'd fucking lose their house keys and shit, and I got sick of it. Or they would leave their keys at home, and my son was real bad about just walking out and not locking the fucking front door. And I got super pissed, so I went online and ordered a Eufy door lock to go with my security system that I already had. And it had a keypad and everything, and that way when he would walk out the door, it would just automatically lock the front door.
All right, battery's dying, guys. I gotta go.
All right, we'll see you
All right,
later.
catch you later.
Bye. Not missing
See you later.
Oh,
It helps.
Hey, I gotta get going to work, so I'll talk to you all.
We won't
Later.
miss you either.
If you're going to give different people different codes, you should make sure that the same numbers aren't in each other's code. That way you use as many numbers on the keypad as possible so that they all wear fairly evenly.
well, yeah.
Otherwise, if you look at one of them locks and you go, well, those are the 4 numbers because they're the ones that have been worn out.
I just did, for the longest time, I did personal numbers that they wouldn't, if they did like their birth dates and their years and all that stuff, it wouldn't line up anyway. It'd all be different numbers. It'd be so scrambled that wouldn't be an issue.
That's good then.
And it was 6-digit combination too, so.
Oh, is it 6? Oh,
Yeah. Well, you can set it to 4 or 6. I set them to
What's the
6.
first colour we're doing?
yeah.
So I would do their birth dates,
Oh.
and then, like I said, if you did their birth dates,
No.
all 3 of
Yeah.
them were not even close to each other on the year, dates, or the months.
Yeah.
So
No, great.
And of
And there
course,
was-
if somebody was from the UK and you told them what their birthday was, they'd still get it wrong because we put the month second, not first, like you do.
Yeah, we do it the right way.
We put
Yeah, we do it the right way too.
date.
It should be your day, the month, the year.
Yeah.
that's how we
That's
we
right.
write it out.
Don't
No,
you,
you
do,
don't.
don't
You
you
go
do the year, the
month,
month,
day,
and then
year.
the day.
It depends on the form that whatever company you're filling out. Some
Yeah, well, we
companies
have a
do it.
standard universal thing. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
You don't
To
like-
me, it's better to do the day, the
So
month, and the year because it's an
when
order.
was 9/11? The 9th of November?
Wait up.
No, the 11th of September.
11th of September. Yeah,
David just
yeah,
Well,
but
if
like
you
I
read
said,
it
not
the right way
everybody.
round, 9/11 is the 9th of November.
Like I said,
It's
some
the
companies, like I've filled out forms for different companies. and
Somebody
stuff,
wants in.
and online, and it really depends. Some just do it differently.
Mm.
I always do
Hello,
day, month,
Dominic.
year. That's how I always write it out. So if my birthday's October 24th, 1985, I'll do 10/24/85. Unless I'm filling out something online that they ask for a specific order, then I'll do it in that order. But
Mine's relatively simple. It's 5859. 5th of August, 1959.
Yeah.
This bus needs to hurry up.
Yeah, that's true,
Dusty.
Yeah, the bus is not until 1:45,
You've got 3 minutes.
and that's even if it's on time.
Yeah. If it turns up at all.
Check the bus app. It'll tell you where the bus is.
Yeah, but I'm on Zoom and I can't be bothered.
Yeah.
Well, that's your problemo.
Yeah.
Which one do you use? Bus
I'm
checker?
so glad I don't
fucking
use
bitches,
public
bitches.
transportation.
It's first bus round here, so we just check their app.
I'm
And
so
if
glad
you
I
if you
don't.
use an app called Bus Checker, it'll do every bus at every bus stop.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I don't have to use public transportation. That shit is super annoying.
Busy with another job. No, it's not.
Useful.
I'd
It's
rather
only
just get in my
annoying
car,
sometimes.
just
and it's
get in
free.
my car and drive somewhere.
now.
Well, it's free for me and David.
I don't
It's
know.
free. It's free for me when I'm with David.
Is it?
Yeah.
What if you're on a live stream with
Is it
David? Can you
usual?
still use that excuse?
No, I wish you could. Put it with me.
Like he's with me virtually.
Yeah.
No, you can't do that.
There he is. See, on the phone.
Well, obviously, David, you can't do that.
Right.
Instead, it's going to cost me £2 to go
Off the chair.
about 5 stops.
All right. I'm going to
Why
sit
don't you
in
just
chair.
take his pass with you?
You stand
They
there.
never look at the picture.
Well,
Yeah.
technically,
I actually check them here.
Rebecca,
Yeah.
okay, but
come here.
how long have you been sitting there now? Because
Yes.
technically, you probably would have been halfway home by now, right?
No, not with how sore my legs are.
Oh, come on.
And the route I have to walk through to get home is not safe to walk through at night.
Keep an eye on that.
Yeah, and it is pitch black here now.
Yeah, it should be.
It's just stopped.
It went dark at about 10 to 8.
I was going to say, because it was still light when I got to the gym.
Mm.
All right, just wait up. It'll work.
Well, sunset was 10 to 8. It didn't actually go dark for another half hour or so after that.
Let me go and kill some birds.
No.
Not literally kill them. Wow.
And you make sure you don't kill any birds.
Why did you leave it so late to go to the gym then?
Because my gym class was at 7:30.
All right, fair enough.
What's going on? Why are you screeching, you little fuck?
Because he wants to.
Where did you just come from?
Probably the same reason as Precious barks. He wants food.
I'm sorry, but if I come over there to visit, I'm renting a car and you guys are riding with me everywhere. I'm not taking
no.
buses.
The
give a
way
shit
you
if I-
drive on the games, I don't think I want to get
Yeah.
a car with you.
Justin, one,
Yeah, we've seen both.
one, we see you can't drive, and two, you'll be driving on the wrong side of the road.
Look, I'm not driving with a fucking Xbox controller in the car.
It's not that high.
It's supposed to.
It's that high.
Yeah. Gonna
Two
get that
kids
off.
like they're going to bed when I get home.
What?
Do they think they're going to bed when I get in?
No, they're going to bed after the print.
I'm sitting here for another hour.
Laura might be playing GT in real life. I haven't seen her beat a hooker up yet, but could come.
I mean, distance wise, driving in the UK should be a breeze for you. Because, like, from Land's End, which is the most southern point of England, to John O'Groats, which is the most northern point of Scotland, is only 780 miles.
Nothing.
No, that's not that bad.
Dr. Pepper.
But it does take
That barely gets
something
me
like
to the state
13 hours
capital.
to drive.
Oh, we just moved.
What's on the
Depending on
screen?
traffic.
You watch there. You see
Like I
it?
said, unless you live in like New York
You wanna
City
watch
or
on the
something,
screen?
dude, taking public transportation sucks.
But I thought
Everybody has a vehicle.
Where I go on holiday, if we actually drove straight there, it should take about 9, 10 hours.
Watch.
Yeah, but that's from where you are, not from Land's End.
It's getting ready to print.
I know, but that's only going up to
Yeah,
the
what, what?
halfway in Scotland.
It's going to print a line, and it's going to go back.
So it'd be about what, about
into your tree.
18 hours to drive the full length around there?
Well,
Yeah, something like that. I can't remember. I've looked it up
It's
before.
about 13, I think, from end to end.
Yeah, I was going to say, up and back, I barely
Because
get to Brisbane.
there are parts of it that aren't motorway.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
I think the US has, what is it, 6.5 million miles of road? Something like that.
I used to drive up to Carnoustie every year playing golf, and that was 320 miles.
That barely gets me out of my state.
Mm.
Barely gets you out of your bed. What are you talking about?
We have 4.2 million miles of roadway in the US.
So I can see.
I don't know about the UK. Echo, how many miles of road are there in the UK?
And what are we going to do with this tree?
Give it to Mummy and Daddy.
Yeah,
How much?
I ask. The United Kingdom is 206 miles away by car,
Why did I hear a scratch?
which is not what I asked it.
Hands down.
Oh, I'll look it up.
Move around.
Don't.
Only 262,000 miles.
Just get hands down. Over there.
Yeah.
No, that ain't-
Well,
that's
we're not
that doesn't
very
hold.
big. I mean, don't forget.
Oh,
Florida
yeah, I know.
Put your
is
hands
the
up.
UK.
Yeah, put your hands up. Oh, you're tied up now.
I mean, compare it to Florida. How many miles of road does Florida have?
Let's see.
It's just doing nothing. It's just making a flat base.
Yeah, this is what it does.
123,488.
Yeah, so compared with Florida, with twice as much roads
Yeah, it's fine.
in less space.
From Land's End to John O'Groats, it takes 14 hours and 40 minutes.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah.
about 13
Doesn't
hours.
doesn't get me to Brisbane.
And it's about 785 miles or something.
It's 800 and something. I've just
Is it?
googled it.
All right.
Oh, look.
Yeah, you guys are about triple the population of Florida, too. We only
what's,
have 20 some million.
Yeah, we got 62 million, I think,
All the
is
way
it?
around the
Something like
tree.
that now.
Google says 66.46.
Yeah.
Hola.
It's definitely,
I mean, I think Greater London's got something like 5.5 million,
Okay.
and Greater Manchester's got just over 1 million.
how much, what was the US figure?
4.2 million roadway. Entire
Okay.
roads, public roads. I think we have the largest in the world, I think.
Yeah,
Most of the roads
we
in
only come in at
Australia,
800.
most of the roads in
800,000.
Australia are on the map.
Yeah,
Right, just be careful because if you're not the printer, then it's not going to print it. Yeah, that's 'cause it's not
Canada,
in the
Corey
time
says
box.
Canada has 647,000 miles. With the 10th of the population. Well, yeah, but you guys are spread out a lot farther than the UK
Yeah.
too. You, so that makes sense. I mean, and I think there is one, isn't Corey? Isn't there one road? I think they have one highway that goes all the way up into Alaska. I think from the bottom of Canada, and that right there would add fuck a shit ton of miles onto their roadway system because they're adding everything. I mean, because their estimates, like our estimates, are any public roadway, which is through a community, it could be through a city,
Well,
any
that's the
side
point.
street. If it's
Did
not
yours
private.
did yours include Hawaii and Alaska?
No, that's actually just the lower 48.
Yeah.
Let's see what Hawaii probably isn't that much. I'd be surprised if they're at over 100,000.
Was
Yeah,
how many?
they only have 2,400 miles in Hawaii. That's nothing. Yeah, so the Canadian highway is 7,800 kilometers. Well, let's say 7,900 kilometers.
So
Close
nearly
enough.
10 times as long as it is to go all the way from one end of UK to the other.
Yeah.
Here's one for you. To drive from along every part of the coast in Australia is 36,000 miles.
And Alaska only has 14,000 miles of roadway.
That's all along the coast of Australia.
Yeah, and Alaska's only got 14,000 miles of roadway. They don't even have that much either.
So you don't fall.
No, but the lower 48's 4.2 million miles.
Yeah.
It's a lot of infrastructure.
Lean there so you don't fall. What's it doing? Is it chlorine in your tree?
Because I mean, the way the US built their roadways and their national highways, it's like a net like that. You got them extending from one end to the other and then going north to south.
Well, it won't do.
Once you get into the middle of Australia, there's only one road.
Yeah.
Dre said hoist the colors, Laura, whatever the hell that means.
Let it charge up during the day. And then once it's charged up.
Yeah. Well, hoisting the colours was a navy thing.
Yeah.
No, she said Laura looks like she's about to sing.
I mean, it was mostly pirates. It was putting the Jolly Roger up.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Later.
Bye-bye.
I don't know where she's going.
Me neither, but goodbye.
I love how David put this like big Americanized looking kitchen as his background for the kitchen.
Yeah.
That one. You don't even in that one or that one.
I got apple.
You got apple, did you?
What's up, Jody? How you doing, man?
Wait. No, I actually got watermelon because Apple is dark green. I got a light green.
Then it'll be lime.
You get to pick another one.
Just so everyone's aware, I'm staying live until Paul goes live because he might be running late with his doctor's appointment.
That's great.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's like it's like those truckers you see driving down the road and they got the sticker on the side of their truck that says 1 million miles without an accident. I'm like, fuck, man, that's a lot of miles. We used to have a Walmart drivers every once in a while. One would come in and they'd have that big old sticker on the side of their truck.
Oh, yeah.
They got to display because they were
That
one
might-
of those drivers that made 1 million miles without getting in an accident.
Apple is dark green.
Is it?
More like 1 million miles without reporting an accident.
Okay.
Oh, the one guy that used to
No
come
more
into our
accidents.
store all the time, we used to get this one older guy. I'll tell you what, that son of a bitch could drive a truck. He would get pissed off because the other Walmart drivers would come in and they'd be in and out, backing up, going forward, backing up, trying to get their trailer in there. He would walk over to their truck, he'd be like, get out, because he was one of the senior drivers. And they'd get out of the truck, dude. He'd rip that bitch forward at like 30 miles an hour, boom, back it right in, no problem, the first time, every time. He'd get so frustrated with the other drivers. And he would go over to their truck, knock on the door after about the 10th time of them trying to get their trailer, and he's like, get out. I got it. But he was one of the ones that had the big sticker on the side of his truck that said he went 1 million miles. But that son of a bitch knew how to drive a truck. I'll tell you what. He'd come right in there, whip the truck in right in the first time, every time.
Oh,
Who's
You could
Four
tell
of
he,
them.
you tell he'd been driving for like 30 plus years.
Ding ding.
oh, of course he's on a bus. Was the bus that late?
Yep.
10 minutes late.
Well, she's
Also-
either in the bus or somebody's got a big ass trunk.
Yeah. In the bus. Good to hear.
Well, I have to walk all of about 100 yards to catch either a bus or a tram.
Yeah,
Going either
where you used to live as a kid,
to Ashton or into Manchester. And
Yeah,
it's a
as a kid,
20-minute tram ride into the city centre.
well, as a kid, if I looked out the bedroom window, I could see the bus coming round, and it'd go past at the back, and then I knew I could walk to the bus stop and meet it.
Be like those people's houses in New York City where the fucking train's going right by their window.
Oh, they've got that in Manchester. Couldn't believe it. We was
Like
on
you
the train.
reach out and touch the
We looked
fucking
out the
train.
window. We was looking into the. I think it was the 8th floor of a block of flats, and the woman was getting undressed. It was like, "Oops, you might want to put some blinds up there, lady." What? God's sake.
You never know, she might have been doing it on purpose.
Probably.
Sure.
What? Just getting dressed and then going back and getting undressed.
Well, some people get
That's what
off
she does
on
all
doing
day.
that.
Looks at the train table and say, "Oh, the train's due now. Just go and get undressed in front of the window."
Well, there are some people that get off on doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
You step up, you can.
Temperature's dropping. You can feel it, even inside.
It's all right. Wait till Saturday. 20 degrees.
Yeah, I know you
Yay.
said.
Everyone was looking forward to, and then the Met Office went, by the way, Storm Kathleen's coming in with it.
Oh no.
20 degrees and a
20
hurricane.
degrees and 70 to 120 mile an hour winds.
Oh no.
It's
Sounds like
11.
what we had the other day.
It's actually 11 degrees here, but it feels cold.
Well, I've got 11 as well.
Hey Google, what's the temperature?
13.
The current temperature in
Hey
Manchester.
Google, what's the temperature?
Well, my Google answered you.
13 degrees.
My Google answered you as well.
What is it where you are, Dominic?
I've got 11 as well.
You've got 13.
I've got
Oh, you're
11.
winning.
And we've got 16 in Port Lincoln.
Oh, well done. Well done, Trevor.
Somebody kicked Trevor off the panel.
You're winning.
I was winning until he spoke.
But 75, 80 degree
Trevor off
too.
the panel.
Yeah.
We like Trevor, look. You can't see him. He's the bottom one here.
What's wrong with TJ?
TJ,
Yeah.
he's giggling at work somewhere.
Oh. What's that?
By the way, you're saying hello to there.
Everybody remembers TJ.
Who can't forget TJ?
I mean, if you were a kid, how would you not?
I know.
So Aubrey recognizes him every time he's on the panel. She goes, "Get him to laugh, Dad." And then she'll come on the camera and make faces at
Oh, look,
TJ to
Laura's
try
off
to
the
get him to
book.
laugh.
Sometimes I think, oh, Paul, please stop teasing TJ.
Well, the thing is you don't really have to hype TJ up. Once he gets going, just let him go.
Yeah.
He'll just fucking keep laughing. You don't even have to do anything.
How much layers did it do?
It's only still on the first layer.
You should.
Yeah. You see round here? You can see the little bits it's still got a colour in.
It's a very big tree.
Yeah. Well, you wouldn't want a small one, would you?
I can't see my name.
Well, you won't see your name because that doesn't come until level 9. You'll probably be
I'm using that on that.
yeah.
Cool.
But your name won't come until we turn the colours to red. Okay.
Yes.
Go on, Rebecca. Tell him you want your name in pink, not red.
But there's no pink.
Tell her.
She knows the
You don't
filament
like
colours we
pink?
got.
I'm having mine in red.
Oh, is she teaching David his shapes and colors?
Red, 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 red. I'm having mine in red. Not pink.
Was he printing stuff for the kids or something?
Yeah.
Ooh.
One more day.
Ooh.
It's a little family tree thing for him to give the mum.
71, 71 minutes. Liverpool 1, Sheffield United 1
Oh, no.
at Anfield.
Yes, Dad.
Okay, should I be happy or pissed? I don't know which.
Well,
Hey, you should be
Sheffield
pissed.
United are at the bottom of the division and Liverpool are at the top of it.
Yeah.
That still doesn't explain anything to me. Should I be happy or pissed?
It's 1-1.
Pissed if you're Dominic, happy if you're me.
The trees.
Justin.
Hey.
Chelsea are drawing 2-2 with United. After
Justin
5.
won't listen to me.
Justin won't listen to you. Yeah, we
Oh, I
have.
said hi.
Rebecca, you'll find that the microphone's up here.
What?
That's why you can't hear you.
No, we can hear her.
Yeah, I said hi.
Yeah.
Now everything's over there.
Her voice is high pitched enough to cut through everything.
Well, that's the end of that, lot.
Yeah, that is.
It's fine. Nobody got hurt.
I leave. This is what
There's nothing left of the kitchen, but no one got hurt.
Justin.
There's nothing left of what?
Yes.
The kitchen.
Justin.
Yeah.
He said yes.
What she's doing, she's shouting down the microphone and looking to the computer to see if Justin answers.
Cheerio.
Justin's camera's off.
Yeah, but she's looking for the yellow box to go around his name.
Cheerio.
Yeah.
Justin.
Yeah.
And is that on YouTube? So it'll be 15 seconds later.
Yeah.
Well, no, she's watching the panel, so it's instant.
Rebecca,
Pickle, please
Oh.
pack it in.
I've got the YouTube panel on my TV,
Well,
so everything that happens on my
he's
TV,
talking, but other people are talking as well.
15 seconds after we've said it on here.
I don't know if I'm going to make it home or not. My feet are killing.
Oh,
Don't worry, we'll pick you up in the morning on the way to Tesco's.
Hmm.
You're gonna
Oh,
have
you
to
can put
because she's
it-
got
you-
the keys.
Yeah, I was going to say I've got both sets of keys.
well, Laura, this walk home is part of your gym training.
Yeah.
Just don't go overboard. Take your time with that. Otherwise, you're gonna end up pulling a damn muscle or something.
David, she needs an electric scooter.
Oh no, no, no,
No, she
no.
does not. Have you seen how she drives trucks?
It's all right. They're illegal in here to use on the road or the footpath, so it don't matter.
No, they're not.
Me?
Only if they rent them.
The council hire them out.
Yeah, David.
And
Yeah,
you need
well,
a
that's
driving
the only-
license
you
for
can't
that.
The
buy
only
your-
ones you can use.
You can't use your own, but the council will lend you one.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you
Hold
don't.
on. So you guys have the ability to get a couple free scooters that you can just take home and use when you want?
No, you
no,
have to rent them.
you rent them, and then
Ah,
when you get off them, you sign out the app.
oh, okay. So it's
Yeah,
just
you
like
just
the companies.
Park
in
them
the
up and
big
leave
cities.
them there.
Yeah, it's like the companies in the big cities that do that. Okay.
Like the one that Curtis found in the river.
Yeah, except for ours aren't. Those are just private companies that do that. They're not
Well,
actually.
these are as well the private companies that get the franchise to do it from the council.
Oh, I
the council,
thought. Well,
the
the way
council
you-
won't actually buy them.
Well, the way you said it at first, I thought they were just like giving you a free electric scooter
Yeah,
to use.
no,
I was like,
No,
shit, I'd go get
found
one just to
tickets,
have
I'll
one.
get one.
no, they rent them out
We do
By
have a
the-
neighbour that hides one in the
by
bushes,
the hour.
so he's always got it.
It's
Well,
driving.
actually,
Oh no, Dre's
they
here.
actually rent it by the minute.
So can you can't buy your own
Yeah.
scooter and drive it down the sidewalk or anything?
No,
You can
literally
buy
around
one,
the
but
corner.
the only place you can use it is on private land. You can't do it. You can't use it in the parks. You can't do it in the footpath or the road.
Mark, why?
Man,
Why?
I've seen your guys' yards over there.
Mark, he's talking.
We're talking about a wheelchair.
Because it's got no
electric,
insurance.
no, an actual electric scooter like Matt's got.
Yeah, no, not a disability scooter.
I'm still not
Like-
muting him
Two-wheel scooter.
because it's not nice.
Disability
We
scooters, you've got
I've
two
seen your guys'
types.
tiny yards over there, man. You wouldn't even get full throttle. in the
You've got
yard.
ones
We have
that will
mine.
do 8 miles an hour, which are allowed on the road, and ones which will only do 4 miles an hour, which can only be used on the footways.
I think
Wow.
they're actually
Wow.
illegal here in Florida too, if I remember correctly.
No.
I don't think the cops will do
Loading.
anything though, as long as you're not
Loading.
being
It's not,
stupid.
they don't really do anything
Don't
around
tell
here.
him. You want it?
Yeah,
Hey,
you
Ray.
still see
There isn't another.
mainly kids
Laura.
flying up
Oh,
and
that's
down on them, and
Are you
they
on my
don't seem
phone?
to bother doing the
that one
kids.
or that one?
But if an adult goes past, they might pull them.
Well, the cops around here, they tend to be like the type of cops that as long as you're not doing something stupid, they're not going to bother you.
Oh, you can't
I think
see.
they started doing that over here, but
Like if you're just on your way to work or something and you got everything on it, like the biggest thing I've ever seen cops make a big deal around here about as far as that kind of stuff is bicycles and scooters. The only
Not
time they've
wearing a
ever
helmet.
gotten a big problem is if you're riding at
David.
nighttime without lights on it.
Hold on.
that's
Mm.
the kick.
But
that's the
other
cat
than that,
outside.
they've never
You can't
I've
see the
never seen
cat.
anybody get ticketed for it. Just driving it to work or anything.
Not right,
I had a kid
Mhm.
that worked for me at Walmart. He got 2 tickets because
You
he was
see it
riding
now?
his bicycle down the sidewalk and he didn't have any lights or anything on, and the sheriff pulled him over twice.
You know what that means,
Ticketed
don't
him
you?
the second time.
Laura's outside the door.
Well, I had
Oh no.
years and years ago, I think it was a week when both my car and my
By the way.
motorbike were both off the road at the same time, and I had to use
happened to that?
a bike to go to
What
work.
a name.
Could have gone on the bus, but I couldn't be asked.
Is that a stray cat?
Oh, it's only like
No,
3.5
it's not a stray
miles
cat.
to where I work anyway.
It's not going onto the red yet. It's got ages yet. But I just want the red to. No, I put the red up on here.
Hey, Jody.
Liverpool have scored 2-1. 10 minutes left.
No, game over.
Yeah. Now you're back, Phil. I got my protein.
Yeah, you can eat it. Rebecca's eating hers.
No,
You can eat it.
it failed.
Yes, no, that's called a support.
Well, there must have been extra time added on because it said 48 minutes for
It's not a
United
bin.
and Chelsea, and now it says
Open it
half.
again.
And there's only 45 minutes and a half.
Rebecca,
Yeah.
come on.
Right, I'll sort them out. But what's in there normally?
But
Bird seed.
2 each. That's not bad for United, 2 each in the first half, as
Yeah.
long as they
Sure,
can stick it against Chelsea.
Right.
God, the betting odds are pretty crap on the Liverpool game.
Well, it will be.
For Liverpool to win, it's 1 to 50. That means you've got to put £50 on to win £1.
Yeah, that's $1.02 in our money.
Yeah, why do you think I'm like this? I'm like,
Laura, guess what? Laura,
No, Mike.
Mummy's eating, yeah?
I mean, in the old days, they used to call that 50 to 1 against.
Yeah,
why are you
yeah, we
eating
call it
it?
$1.02 over here.
Look at me, Laura, look. Look.
Why $1.02?
50, that's the old 50 to 1 on. And it's anything under $2 gets
Hey,
the
look, Happy.
number gets reversed because it's
Hey,
2%.
what's Abby?
Because it's
Oh,
2%. So it's $1.02.
All right.
Bedroom.
At 50 to
Okay.
1 on. Yeah.
I mean, I know the Americans, when they do their betting odds, they're really weird.
Yeah.
You ready for
It's
bed?
$2 over here is even money. And then as you go down by fractions.
This will be ready for you in the morning, okay? Okay. Oh, bedtime. Be quiet, Dre. Not got a word in. Yeah.
Hi, Mike.
What's the other game? Is it Man United, Chelsea in it?
Yeah, 2-2 at half time. Mike wants to know what you're printing, David.
What am I what?
Mike wants to know what you're printing.
Oh, it's a family tree type picture with the kids' names on it for the mum. I said they can print it because it's only 8 layers or 9 layers or something. Yeah, but I want to use one of them to record that video. I want to use.
Yeah, there's another thing.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah.
Sounds like she managed to walk to the door.
What, Laura?
Yeah,
She's
she-
in.
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't keel over coming back from the gym.
I'm just
Yeah.
about to go and keel over into my bed.
Not a soak in a nice hot bath with Redox.
Hold on. What bath?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
have one of them.
Because of my disability, we have to have a walk-in shower.
You've got a wet room.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, a wet room.
Yeah, God forbid David drowns in an inch of water.
My
The
my
worst
bathroom
thing is,
my bathroom has both a bath and a walk-in shower.
yeah, but if I was to lay in a bath, there's no way I would drown because I'm too big and too fat. But if I have a seizure stood up, I'm going to headbutt the toilet or the sink or the
Yeah.
door or something and kill myself anyway.
Mm.
You think sitting down would be better for you? Well, and I mean, your standard, just basic tub over here, most guys that are either big or just tall, they're not, you don't have much room in them anyway. Not unless
Yeah,
you got
you-
some big, like, jacuzzi type tub or something in your bathroom.
You can usually sit in them, leaning against one end, and your feet get to the other end.
Well, like if I went and sat down in my bath, my legs would be too long. I'd have to have them up. Like I'd have to have my legs folded up in order to sit in it. I wouldn't be able to stretch all the way out. It ain't that big of a tub. I'm 6'2", so.
Oh, great.
And Kate does. She lies in the bath and she puts her feet up on the taps.
Well, Bamboo, you're a bunch of fucking knobs.
Oh no, what now?
The software has decided that certain sections will not be printed.
Oh,
So
Does it give a reason why it's not?
no, they were there a minute ago, but I've just noticed on the print that they're not printing. So I went back into the preview and they're not there. So
that's a bummer.
So that's what it's meant to be printing.
What?
Right, you see what it says family there.
You had see.
Yep.
Right. But now if I go to preview,
I don't have any more.
what happened here?
You want to go out? Come on then.
It's decided to split it.
Raining, but you go out.
If you ask me, all this 3D printing stuff is the
So
devil.
this could be a problem.
She must have been desperate. She went out.
Yeah, like took all the lettering and split them.
Yeah, don't worry. I've got a 3D printer, 3D pen, so I'll join them up.
I'm just going to brew a coffee.
No, you're not. You brew tea. You don't brew coffee.
No,
Yeah, she brew coffee.
No, you don't.
Get you
Yes,
said
you
the
do.
tubs.
You do when you're using beans.
You hear what
Yeah.
Gitchy said in the chat? She said the tubs in Europe, Justin, are death traps. We actually had a crew member die getting out of one. Jesus.
I get the munchies every time I get back from the gym. I'll put myself in oxygen.
Well, David, couldn't you tell them you could get a tub if they let you put floaties on before you get in?
A what?
I said, can't you ask them if you can get a tub as long as you agree to wear floaties before you get in?
Yeah.
I've looked into getting one of them inflatable baths.
Get them the little arm floaties and a little ring.
I think they're working to the basis that it's very hard if somebody has a medical episode in a bathtub to get them out. Where if they're actually on something like in a shower area or etc., it's a lot easier to get them up and onto a stretcher.
Hey, Vegemite.
Hey.
I've just been
Probably the only way they'd let you have a bathtub is if the bath was actually accessible from both sides. So so they get two people to help lift the person up and out of the bath.
Oh, I kind of get that, but at the same time, having seizures standing up in a slippery bathtub usually is not the best thing either. So either which
Yeah.
way you look at it, they're both kind of bad, have their downfalls, I guess.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't have seizures.
well, I'll
I'm
have to do it on the board.
path quite a few times.
Right, I'm going to put these to bed.
The number of times that we've actually been called out to assist our local ambulance service get somebody out of a bathtub because they've had an event whilst in the bath. It's just amazing. And it's one of the harder things to do because you can only lift from one side. You technically need a crane.
Well, grabbing somebody wet is already a pain in the ass anyway.
Yeah.
Mike said to detect thin walls in the slicer under strength settings. I guess that's pertaining to David's issue.
Yeah, I'll probably fix it. Okay, Dominic, what's the cat doing there?
Obviously marking her territory.
That's not good. Didn't piss on you, did it?
No.
Making a pee and
I've got three. You've got three to deal with.
Dusty wants to know, did Dominic get fresh turtle wax extra glossy today?
I must have.
Mike, the walls at number 2.
Let me just have a look here. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, the only problem with Bamboo Studio, you can't actually search for parameter like you can in the other slices like Cura.
Yeah, it's all right. I spotted the problem.
You've spotted it. That's good.
How long does that print take?
A lot longer now. I've just stopped it.
You, that 3D print is the devil's work.
Yeah, you think Paul should get into that, Jerry?
No.
Hi, Paul.
No.
He fucking destroy that thing with a baseball bat after about 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I think he gets frustrated with playing with the drone controller. Jesus Christ.
No kidding. That 3D print is right there with that foosball.
No, once you actually get to know one slicer, it's very hard to switch between them because the different slicers have their settings in different places and etc. It's a pain in the neck because I've got two different company printers, and of course you got Cura Slicer, which is you got Cura, which is a slicer. But that doesn't work with the Creality machines with all the high tech functions. If you want to have all the this auto flow detection and all of that, you need to use the Creality slicer. And then you've actually got the Bamboo Studio, which works with the Bamboo machine, which again completely different layout and different way of doing things. But while I've been on this evening, I've actually printed new ear hooks for my Bluetooth headset, or that like I actually broke the ear hook on my favorite one and wasn't able to use it. So I just printed a new one and it's worked out very well. Plus, I got a few spares just in case I actually broke that one.
Yeah, I want to say that's what Paul said that water is where he flies at. I think he says around 40 or 50 feet deep. Somebody's actually that we know in the community's actually done scuba diving under that bridge. Can't remember who it was. Trying to think. They were talking about it in Paul's chat a few weeks ago.
I'd be great at scuba diving. I get in, the water gets out.
I think he said it was like 40 or 50 feet deep where he's at.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure.
Didn't Paul lose a drone there at one stage? He's actually got a drone on the bottom of the water there somewhere.
Yeah, 2 of them.
There's 2 down there.
And then some guy's Air 2 was found, and the guy that scuba dives over there knew Paul and called Paul and asked if it was his. Paul got a hold of it, got the registration number of it, called the FAA. The FAA called the guy and said Paul had it, gave him his information. And then the guy came and picked it up from Paul.
Yeah.
As some older retired guy, him and his wife were out there flying and he lost it in the water.
Always wondered whether putting floaties on the thing on the drone so that it would actually float would be an idea because that way if it did actually come down, yes, you'll still be buying a new drone, but if you got Care Refresh or something like that, you've got the carcass to get back to DJI.
Well, I mean, that would work, but the problem is where Paul's at, that river runs so fast through there. And him not having a boat, he wouldn't be able to get to it anyway. They'd just go right past
that
it.
current's traveling at 8 knots. It'll be miles away.
Yeah, if you were out there in a little fishing boat and you were flying your drone in, yeah, that would be that'd actually be a smart thing to do. Have a little set of those like landing gear with the floaties on it, just in case.
Yeah.
So it at least float.
Trouble is though, when they land on them, they still tend to fall over.
Oh, I'm not saying land on them.
It'd still kill the drone, but you might be able to recover it.
Oh, I'm not saying use it as a landing thing, but if your drone happened to, just fall out of the air, if you were in a boat, you'd be able to scoop it up.
Keep it afloat and you'd be able to recover it. But if you could
recover it so that you can actually get your DJI Care Refresh on the drone, because if you haven't got the carcass, you can't do a Care Refresh claim.
So Paul doesn't take out Care Refresh.
I don't think I've actually bought a new drone that I haven't taken out Care Refresh on, because I went to the bases, new drone, going to might take some getting used to, or something may not be as good as I expected it to be, and might do damage. So until I actually get to know that drone inside out, it's got Care Refresh.
I've got Care Refresh on my Mini 3 Pro and on my Air 2, but I must get it sorted for my Air 2S. I don't think I'll bother with the Pro Platinum. Costs a fortune.
Yeah, I know it costs a fortune, but it's insurance.
Yeah, I mean it was £129 for 2 years for the Mini 3 Pro, and pretty much the same price for the Air 2. The original Mavic Pro Platinum is £175 a year. Because they've got hardly any of them left.
Yeah, I'd have worked to the basis that what they should have done is made it that it came down for people who don't make claims, literally bring the price down quite considerably. So if you've had Care Refresh before and never made a claim, it's like an insurance company's no claim bonus type thing.
Well, that's it. I mean, I've not made a claim on the Air 2, but I had to claim on the Air 2S when it caught a branch and landed on a concrete slab and knackered the gimbal.
Yeah. Because, as I said, there was a horror story came out of the US with one of the drone flyers who had actually bought himself the nice Mavic 3 when they came out. The one of the first original ones, and thought that the flying around trees that had no leaves on them and etc. was a good thing to do to test it out and
yeah, because of course it's
did
got
a lot of damage.
360-degree obstacle avoidance.
Yeah,
so long as the obstacles are bigger than 10 millimeters.
Yeah, the obstacles have got to be able to be seen, and it's very, very hard to pick out something that's really thin and like a twig of a tree. And there's a lot.
Now that they've actually made it so that you can see through the obstacle avoidance cameras, you can actually have a look and see how difficult it is to see those branches that it can't see.
Yeah. But I'm one of those people that would be very, very careful if I was actually using any of the automated functions around trees that are off their leaves. There's people out there that think, oh yeah, it's got obstacle avoidance, it can follow me and etc. It only takes you to hit one little twig that stops one blade, and then you get the drone flipping and flopping all the way down to the ground.
Yeah.
And you end up with a big repair bill.
Well, I think that I have a 60-foot weeping willow tree in my back garden.
Yeah.
So I'm landing relatively close to that, and any gust of wind can quite easily blow those branches a good 10 feet.
Yes.
Well, it sounds like you need to invest in a 21-inch steel chainsaw.
I have got 3 chainsaws.
Yes.
I remember when they came out with that feature for the sensors. I don't know, Dre. Do you think that people are really gonna find a use for that?
No,
because it seems like it's a lot of extra shit running on your screen.
It's like anything else. When you're flying perpendicular, sideways, whatever you want to call it, it's because you're truly flying at a point of interest. Okay, you're trying to focus on something in the front, and that's why you're trying to circle around it or pan left or right of it. So you're trying to maintain framing of the shot.
Yeah.
For you to peek over and to see where the drone's going, well, that's part of having a visual line of sight.
Yeah, I have a feeling. I have a feeling
what your drone is going towards.
Yeah, I kind of looked at it as like the hand gestures that they had in like some of the drones that people thought they were cool. They played with them for a while, but then nobody ever really used them.
It does make it quite handy to have a reversing camera, though. Sometimes.
I understand. I mean, the sensor. I mean, even you can see how the sensor. The picture's black and white. So you talk about the quality of the picture. First of all, how great is it actually going to do to help you run into something? When the picture quality is only in black and white, and I think it's only about
it's only 720p,
480.
Like that. It might only be 480. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not truly going to be helping you to avoid the small branches, the thin wires that usually are the issues that we run into.
It does actually show you how difficult it is for it to see those, because when you look at the screen, you can't see them.
There you go.
I thought that was a feature that people would kind of think was cool, but to me, it seemed like kind of useless in a way.
It's like a lot of things. DJI and whoever else comes out with stuff, they give you a little something that somebody or a certain percentage of the community says, well, if I could see out the side, that would be awesome. And then when they give it to you, they find out, you know what, it's not exactly what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Right.
Basically, it just shows how crap those sensors really are when you think about it.
Yeah, well, that's why
So
in all
that's
the
not a good
documentation.
thing for DJI to do.
Yeah, well, I said all the documentation, DJI tells you do not rely upon the sensors solely for obstacle avoidance.
Yep. There's a lot of people that go ahead and say, well, it's got the sensors there. I won't worry. I'll just go and I'll fly the drone near to the tree. The drone will tell me when I can't go any closer. Yet it's a case that it's the stuff that the drone can't see that it normally hits.
Right, and that's why I tell folks, do not blame. A lot of folks want to blame DJI or whoever drone they're flying and say, well, hey, it's supposed to have sensors, but it tells you right in the documentation, do not rely solely on the sensors for small objects. Yep. It tells you right there, it doesn't pick them up.
Nobody reads the arbitration agreements.
That's in the actual manual. It's in the manual.
You know those guys don't. You know half them guys don't read the manual.
Yeah, that's part of the problem. That's why you see all these people in Facebook groups get their feelings hurt when they ask kind of crazy questions. You gotta say, man, I said, did you at least watch a couple of videos before you jumped on here, or you looked it up? Because I always tell people, I said, for the time it took you to get on your phone or on your computer and go to this Facebook group, you could have Googled the question and got the proper answer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they are like, well, I thought I could come here and I said, did you Google it first?
Well,
that would gave you the manufacturer answer off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
Slight problem with that now, Dre. Like Bing, Google is now putting AI in its searches, and you're going to get what AI thinks is correct, not what the company thinks is correct.
Well, I know I get both. I get it'll take me to links to the sites, and then if you want further, that's when they'll kick you over to the AI side and give you a list of information that AI wants to tell you.
Unfortunately, I've been put on the new Google search thing that only selected people are getting, and it looks fucking crap. and when I search Preston North End for the latest information, it starts giving me scores from Man United and Liverpool and anything in the Premier League. That's not what I asked.
Well, that just tells you right there, it knows who you are.
Well, if it knows who I am, it'll know I fucking hate them clubs.
Did you not hear me ask Alexa it was a while back now, how many miles of road there were in the UK? Its answer was,
I don't fucking know.
It is 206 miles by car to the UK, which is about the distance from me to London.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wait till you start asking me.
We all know, you can be on your phone looking at something, and then you get on your laptop or your desktop, and all of a sudden you get all these looking ads popping up when you're searching on, especially if you go on your phone and you go get on eBay. And all of a sudden you get all this stuff that pops up like, what the heck?
That's been happening for years.
At this, and now it's popping up on eBay on my desktop.
Yeah.
That kind of here in Australia, those who have actually got their REPL or their remote pilot's license, which is the highest level you can go, it's part of the requirement for you to have actually read the manual that comes with your drone to actually know how to correctly operate it.
Hey, Mark, have you seen the latest news talking about AI and all these apps? What Dre was just saying. The current Tory party, they were looking at selling all their members' data, getting them all to sign up to an app and sell the data so they get targeted with adverts. And one of the companies that was going to sponsor it was Coca-Cola. So all the Tory members would be getting offered a free can of Coca-Cola if they voted Tory. They put a block on it, but it just goes to show just how dangerous all these apps are getting.
Yeah.
Well, it's just a newer version of pop-up ads.
It is, but if you're getting an app that's says if you vote a certain party, we'll give you a gift.
The guy that actually invented pop-up ads, he actually apologized years later and
Yeah,
said
no, he
that
did.
He wished he would have never came up with it because he didn't realize
Did he
how
take
much
his own
people
life
hate-
or something? I
Mm,
think I read.
don't think so.
I'm sure I read.
But I
some-
know he apologized for it because he said he didn't realize how much people actually hated it. He was just trying to come up with a system for companies to be able to advertise. And then he realized how much people actually hated it. And then everybody started getting the ad block, the pop-up blockers and all that.
You know what? I wouldn't mind the adverts if they weren't so long and so intrusive and didn't have to install cookies and stuff on your computer. I mean, you just do a cookie search after going on Facebook and see just how many dodgy files that it's installed on your computer.
But yeah, you look at Facebook. There's no one controlling their ads. Well, there can't be anyone controlling their ads because
Hey,
the
get you.
amount of scam
Hey, Gitchy.
ads that you actually see on Facebook it's got to the point of being ridiculous.
Oh, Facebook, yeah. The amount of scam ads they allow on there are ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean,
If I do a
outright-
if I do a cookie search, I never find anything. The dogs ate all the biscuits.
Well, like, yeah, Facebook's gotten real bad. I mean, their ads that are on there are outright stealing other companies' advertising material, and they're allowing it.
Yeah.
I mean, when you see those, like the one we joke about the crappy drones they sell on there all the time, they're outright stealing DJI advertisement ads.
That's the
And-
problem. There's so much rogue going on and no one's monitoring it. And this is why people hate the ads.
Oh, Facebook knows what they're doing. They're making millions off that because some dodgy ass Chinese company will start up a company.
But it's not just dodgy ass Chinese. I know you've got a thing against Chinese.
No, but what I'm saying is they'll start
Anyone
up a
can do it.
company. Yeah, anybody can, but most of them are Chinese companies. They'll start up a company with a name. They'll scam people for a little while. And then when Facebook has to shut it down due to a bunch of complaints, then they just come back and they have a whole new name and they do it all over again.
Yep.
But Facebook actively takes their money for advertisement, knowing that.
I just read what Gitchy wrote. It was all about David falling in the bathroom.
Yeah, I've redone it.
You're gonna have to go over where you found me, I think.
No, I've sorted it. Spotted what the problem was. They'd untick. There's a box got unticked, so I just ticked it. But you can take that one and say that's what it'll look like. You can have that. You just have to cut this.
Yeah,
out.
we'll cut that off.
But then what are you gonna do with it?
Hang it on the wall.
Oh, for fuck's sake! There's no wall left to hang anything.
I can just see the headlines now. Wall falls down in the UK after
Yeah.
Laura tries to put another item up.
No,
Yeah.
that's not the problem, right? Everybody knows that I love birds,
Mm.
right?
I didn't know that.
Well, it's a shock. It's a shock to some people, but most people know. But yeah, everybody keeps buying me bird T-shirts and bird jumpers and stuff, and it's just getting annoying now because
Or
Yeah.
a picture of a bird.
yeah, they'll get me a picture of a random bird. Does that bird mean anything to me? Have I had one of them birds? No. So why the fucking hell do I want a picture of it?
Mm.
Mhm.
It got to the point where we took some we got some bird picture frames given to us, and we took them to the charity shop. It was like, can't use them. 2 weeks later, Christmas Day, I unwrapped the present. Fucking sister-in-law, fucking got
Bought
to
you
the
the
charity shop and bought them
picture
and
frame
gave it back. I was like, oh, you fucking-
We took them to the furthest away charity shop after that.
yeah. Now, when we take stuff to the charity shop, we go 3 towns over.
So she keeps trying to buy me dolls, don't she?
Yeah.
They're watching Inside Out.
I mean,
always
one of
hang-
our friends,
Could always
because
hang
I
on the
lost.
outside.
Yeah, you know, I lost a bet with Laura and I had to have my ears pierced last year.
Well, that was a
Yeah,
stupid thing to
we're
do.
not doing that this year. Yes, you're getting your tattoo, whether you like it or not. You lost last year's. So we do it in August every year. We have a little bet and the loser has a forfeit. And so my ears are pierced. And Laura's sister-in-law's friend decided to buy me a pair of earrings with cockatiels on them. No! I may have longer hair, but I am not wearing them.
You could wear one of them.
I had to have both my ears pierced, Mark.
If you, well,
There's
some
a
you
reason.
have to have both holes filled.
Why don't you have both pierced? That's just weird.
No, I do have them both pierced because I
Yeah.
pierced the first one, or Laura did, right? And then I was like, wait up a minute, isn't the left ear mean you're gay? So I
Yeah,
went
back
online,
like 20 years ago it did, yeah.
yeah, I went online, I was like, shit, should be the right ear. Did the right ear, then looked at it, I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, I might as well just have them both in.
No, these days, yeah,
I know it means
don't-
nothing now, but
Well, I'm saying it just looks funny when somebody has like one ear pierced. It's like, do both of them. I got both
all right,
mine
one of the
pierced.
kids wanted to put looped earrings in my ears. He's like, piss off.
I got both my ears pierced, but I haven't put earrings in them in a long time, but I still can if I want to. They're still open.
When are we going to do this YouTube live for breast cancer awareness?
What?
Who was talking about it? We're supposed to be doing a YouTube live for breast cancer awareness.
I have no idea.
Search me, I don't remember that.
Because it's not just breast cancer in women, it's breast cancer in men as well.
Yeah, my uncle died of it.
Yeah, so we were supposed to be...
We had,
I
we
have
all
no
had to be-
idea. I don't
we all
remember
had to be
anybody saying
screened
that.
for it.
It's quite a
Because
while
my
ago.
dad-
Breast
it was my
cancer
dad's
awareness
brother.
is in October.
I think it's November, isn't it?
I thought it was late October. Could be November.
Somebody
Yeah, well,
fact
I'm
check that,
thinking,
I'm not sure.
When they do that pink run.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we'll have to do something for it.
Somebody's
Or-
gonna have to look it up because I can't remember. Just look it up and see when it is.
Let's
I
see who's
think
man enough to do something.
I think it's November, but I could be wrong.
International Breast Cancer Awareness Day is celebrated every year on the 19th of October to inform people of
Oh, no, it
19th
was
of
October.
accounting for new
19th of October.
So are you guys up for it then this year?
Yeah, but we don't do just one day in the US. They do a whole month of that.
Yeah, we do a whole month of cancer awareness, but that's specific for that day. 19th is for breast cancer.
October's Cancer Awareness Month.
Yeah, because we'll have to do like testicular cancer one week and then
I don't know when that is.
but it'd be good to do something as a community.
I would ask Tim, but I don't think he has testicles.
Well, that's what they did.
Where did Tim go anyway?
He's on his way to work.
That's what they did the real full Monty for.
Yeah.
Breast cancer in women and testicular cancer in the men.
Just seeing if I can bait him back into the chat.
Don't worry, we're not going to go.
He's gonna be like, I heard that, Dick.
I miss you less.
I didn't even realise Donald had gone.
Yeah, he's phone was on.
Oh, I heard you say that. I thought he went to get his charger.
No. Yes.
No, he just said my phone's dying. I gotta go, and he left.
Echo, when is Testicular Cancer Awareness Day?
IndianMirror.com. This very special day of cancer awareness observed on 7th November is to stress upon the early detection and cure of cancer.
Did that say November?
That's Cancer Awareness Day. It didn't say on there that it was testicular.
No, they probably.
So
they
in other
might
words,
not.
your Alexa's talking a lot of bollocks.
I don't know. Do they have a specific one? Or is that
Sometimes it doesn't answer the question actually
Oh,
ask.
don't I fucking know it. Google's the worst. The amount of time in the middle of the night I'm arguing with Google, asking it to set an alarm, and it goes, "Sorry, I don't understand." Set one, you fucking piece of crap.
That's like the shopping list.
I always set my alarm on my phone.
What happened to the shopping? Why is
That
only
way, if the internet goes off, my alarm still works.
Road chips in it. Right.
bread? They should be standard.
Like this morning, if I'd have set an alarm for this morning on Alexa, it wouldn't have gone off because my electric switched itself off.
Oh, no.
Yeah, pain in the ass. It meant I had to come down. I had to put more money on it on my phone app and then come down and turn it on at the meter.
It's the one over here.
I'll find it.
I'm postal vote because I'm not here.
Have you done it?
Yeah, and I've been accepted for postal vote. I got the email yesterday.
What'd you get accepted for?
Postal vote.
How's that?
Our local elections are coming up.
Oh,
Wait a sec.
It means I don't have to. Oh, well, because I'm not actually here, I get to vote before it even happens.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Postal vote.
If you have a reason for not being able to get to the polling
Do
station,
you guys have to vote over there like Australia?
No.
No.
Yeah.
You have to register, but you don't have to vote.
I've missed the cut off.
And
No, we
now
don't
you've
even-
got to take you've got to take photographic ID with you as well.
I don't even think over here, Dre, you have
Great
to
idea.
register, right?
By the 30th of the 4th.
Do you know where the receipts are?
I don't know whether
Or just do the gym one and send it in.
Is Dre still on the panel?
Yeah, well, he's muted at the moment.
I don't think we have to. I don't think you have to register over here. I think it's up to you.
No, we have
It's
to
your
register
person.
over here.
Yeah,
What do you want,
you have
Justin?
to register.
I said
but
you don't have to
vote.
register to vote, do you?
No, you don't have to register to vote.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
The whole catch about registering to vote, that way you get on the court jury duty.
how many people are
Oh yeah.
I've done that. I've done that twice.
Yeah, you register to vote over here, you get stuck on jury duty.
Yeah,
I got asked to do jury
that's why
duty.
some people don't want to do it because they don't want to get stuck on jury duty list.
No, well, I
But
got
now
asked to do jury duty.
California, they call it a motor voter thing that when you go get your license, you can sign up for your voter thing at the DMV even.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got asked to do jury duty.
I got put on jury duty twice. It meant I got to not
In the
go
same
in
year?
work and still get paid and sit in the jury servers lounge for 2 weeks without actually getting picked to go on a jury.
Oh wow.
My dad
Out-
used to just go in
Out
and
of the
fire
two-week sessions, I got to go on one trial that lasted 2 days.
Well,
My dad would oh, go ahead.
go on. I was going to say, when I got picked in 1997, I took the piece of paper into work and showed the manager. She went, "You don't want to do jury duty that week." And I said, "Why not?" She said, "Because we booked the courts out for benefit fraud cases that 2 weeks that you've been picked." She said, "And because you work for benefit fraud, you won't be allowed."
That's true. Yeah.
My dad, he used to just go in his fire chief outfit, and they'd be like, "First responder, bye." They'd always kick him out.
But now they won't pick me anyway because of my mental health.
Did you ever do that, Dre? Did you ever get picked for it when you were a police officer? 'Cause
You
like
ever
I
get
said,
picked for jury duty when I was a police officer?
yeah.
No, they excuse you.
Oh, that's what I said. My dad used to show up in his firefighter chief's outfit, and they would just be like, "Later."
You
They
get sent
wouldn't
to,
even hold him.
sent to your house. You can mark that little box. You mark that you're law enforcement.
Yeah, my dad wasn't law enforcement. He was firefighter, but he used to show up in his chief's outfit or uniform, and they would just dismiss him.
Yeah, last time I was on jury duty, I actually made it to the box, and they have you do a questionnaire, and then the judge will ask you, "Does anyone here feel they may not be able to be impartial?" Yada yada yada. And I raised my hand, and the judge says, "Why do you think so, Mr. Mr. Crawford. I said, well, I'll give you my history. And once, by the time I got him telling me about my history, both the lawyers looked at each other and said, yeah, he's got to go.
I have no fucking you're going.
Yeah.
'Cause I told him right the best, I said, I'm not only going to sit here, I'm going to evaluate the case myself. And I said, do you think I'm going to sit here and the rest of the people are going to sit here and know who I am and not think that I know as much as what you know? They said, yeah, he need to go.
Dre tells
I picked another one the other day.
Dre tells the judge, I hate dogs, and if the killer has a dog, I'm convicting him.
Yeah.
They're going to lay down.
Right.
Oh, my little leg to stay down.
Cause I'll stretch a case out for a while, dude. I'll be like, hey, can you read us back this session here? Can you bring us the book on the evidence code, please?
We watched the 10 hours of blood drying on the floor. I want to be sure that that's
Yeah,
the
and
blood
what
went to
method
the
was
left.
used to collect the DNA and stuff like that? Was it properly put in the evidence? And they were like, who the heck's back there?
Dre, you should have told them you were a blind white supremacist and watched their
Oh
face.
God.
Yeah, because I told you, didn't I, Mark, about the court case that I actually went to sit on when I worked at Benefit Fraud. I literally, I weren't allowed to sit on the case, but I was able to do the witness thing in the, in the gallery.
Uh-huh.
And I was sat there with my colleagues, all dressed up in a smart suit, a bit like Dre, all smart and
Oh, yeah,
everything.
you told me about the guy that walked in, yeah.
Yeah, and the guy I used to go to college with a couple of months earlier, he come in and he's flicking water around and acting all like disabled and everything. He's going flicking water everywhere. He looked up, he saw me in the gallery, and he just dropped the bottle, turned to the judge and went guilty.
Dusty said, I don't care what court case it is, I'm doing the death penalty for every criminal.
Yeah, but don't have the judge to do that. I don't think the jury gets to decide that.
No. What you said a second ago, Mark, about the white supremacist thing, that was actually a skit that what the hell's his name?
I think Richard Pryor did something like it.
Dave Chappelle did a whole skit on his
Ladies and
Chappelle
gentlemen,
show back when he had
boys
it. It
and
was
girls,
fucking hilarious.
Justin,
Yeah.
Do what?
Paul's live, so I'll see you all over there.
Oh shit. Okay, I guess he made it home. What time is it?
Yeah.
See ya.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
See you all over on Pod.
Catch you all later.
Later.
Gotcha.
Bye, everybody on YouTube. Thanks for joining.